welcome to the stream. Sorry, I started the stream, and then I walked upstairs to go get tea. So I probably shouldn't have started the stream until after, but I was like, oh, I'll be quick. I wasn't as quick as I thought I would be. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Happy Sunday. As has been the case for most Sundays lately, we have Uma. Because, I mean, there's always another cup coming up, it seems. We only just finished freaking Virgo Cup, and now we have Libra Cup on its way. So, I don't have an ace yet that I'm 100% happy with. I've been messing around. Obviously, I'm going to bring a Taishin. I've been doing a good amount of Taishin runs. I would very much like to bring a McQueen, so I've been mixing in McQueen runs. I like Brian a lot. I think if I could bring Brian, that would be fun. Mino Top Gun is really good for the CM, I think. She has a lot of good innate skills, and she can run pretty much any way that you would want to. And I have been messing around with Sky. I know that frontrunners aren't going to be as popular of a pick for Libra, but I kind of got in my head that I feel like I could make a good Sky for it. So I've been, you can see I've been ripping off a bunch of Sky runs up at the top. This Golshi is not, I wouldn't run Golshi. I'm not saying she's not a good pick. She's a very good pick for the CM. I just wouldn't personally run her. This was a parent run. I was just trying to get, I was throwing skills that would be useful. And I was pretty happy with it. I ended up with a 7 power, 4 turf, 2 long. That's pretty good for a long parent. Got Umastan, got Nimble Navigator. So I was happy with that. I've been using her on my parent runs, or as a parent. But yeah, I've been... So I believe this was my first Taishin that I was like, okay, this one's pretty dang good. I got max speed, got long S, stamina and power both super close to 1,000. Ideally, my ideal stat line is 1,200, 1,000, 1,000, and then guts and wit. As long as they're over 300, I'm probably fine. If they could be 400 plus, that would be great. 2 gold heals would be nice. Unfortunately, as you can see with this one, I did not get a second gold heal, which is one downside of this Taishin. And I think I lost the URA finals. Or not the finals, sorry. I lost the fight against Zenith. So I didn't get No Stopping Me. So those are my 2 issues with this one. The stat line I think is fine, but I didn't get Swinging Maestro to proc. I didn't even get freaking corner recovery. So, even though I only brought 3 SSRs, but Creek never procced. I never got Maestro. So that was my first issue, and then not getting No Stopping Me was my second issue. You don't need No Stopping Me. Nimble Navigator, I would say you need at least Nimble if you're going to run anything that's not a front, probably. But, I would have liked to have No Stopping Me. So that was my issue with this one. But she's still a very good Uma all around. And then this was my second one that I was like, oh, shit. So I didn't cap speed. I got close, and I didn't get long S. That's my biggest issue with this one, that I don't have long S. But I did get stamina to 1,000 plus 2 gold heals. I got power over 1,000, and I did get No Stopping Me. Right-handed double circle brings her to basically cap speed. So really, and I got Umastan. So really the only thing with this Taishin is that I don't have long S. So I feel like I could run either of those, and they'll probably do well. I did just run this Taishin in the Cashew Cup, 20, 30 minutes ago, and she did lose to 2 other end closers. But, that's the end closer gamble that you run. So I'll probably keep doing some Taishin runs just to see if I can get, a super, super ideal one. But if not, I think I will mix these 2 around and see who does better. Brian, I've been having trouble with. She's been a lot harder for me to build than I expected her to be. One thing is that she doesn't have an innate gold heal, like Taishin does, McQueen does, Gold Ship does. Brian does not have a heal. So you have to bring cards that can give you the heals and hope they proc. Obviously, the Rice card is really good for that, because Rice can give you Maestro and cooldown if you beat Team Zenith, which I still probably only do like 60% of the time. I was trying to run her as an end closer in this run. I mean, again, the stats aren't bad, but clearly I low rolled. I would think with 3 speed and 2 stamina, I think considering she has, I want to say, a 10% speed boost and 20% stamina boost, I should have been able to get, I think, to 1100 and 1000. But running her as an end closer is harder because you have to bring parents who have end closer sparks, which means less long and turf sparks. So it's just a little harder to get her built up correctly. You could run her as a late surger, you could run her as a pace chaser, but I thought it would be interesting to run her as a end closer. I guess I could run her as a late surger, then there's more acceleration skills and stuff, but I mean, if you're doing that, you have to bring the Nice Nature Wit card, I think, because that has on your left, and I don't want to have to bring anything that's not speed, stamina, power, or PAL. Like, those are the only 4 card types I want to bring. I don't want to have to bring a Wit, I don't want to have to bring a Guts. McQueen, I've been having decent runs with McQueen. This one turned into a parent, which is why I don't have any golds. You could see here I did a 3 speed, 3 stamina build. Stat line looks pretty nice. That I didn't get long S. Similar, you know, solid stat line all across. This one was a 3 speed, 2 stam, 1 PAL. So you hit pretty similar stats for the two. But again, I turned it into a parent because I wasn't super satisfied. I have a minimum of 1100 speed in my head. I will not use an Uma that has less than 1100 speed for a CM. So I've been... If I'm not at 1100 by the end, I just turn it into a parent. This McQueen was P.A.K.A., which is unfortunate considering it got long S. So this was actually my best one. Or the best potential one, because I got long S. Again, 3 speed, 2 stam. This one, okay, this one was 3 speed, 2 stam, 1 power. The Halo card guarantees Uma Stan as long as her first event procs, so it's really nice to get a guaranteed Uma Stan, basically. Sky, you can see, like, the Sky stats. I feel like I can build a good... This is without even borrowing, I don't think. I'm pretty sure these are my own Umas. Okay, that one's not, actually. I borrowed on this one. But, I mean, basically cap speed, 1000 stamina, pretty much. I got 2 golds. Groundwork. Like, I feel like you could build a good Sky if you get the right rolls. These 5 up top, I definitely did not borrow for. So I guess, you know, you can tell based on the skills that I just turn it into a parent at the end if it doesn't go where I want it to go. But not a bad stat line for, you know, a first attempt without borrowing. Pretty similar. This one, I did much better with stats, but I didn't get groundwork. I didn't bring the card that guarantees it. And I didn't get long S, so that's the same one. This one, I believe, is the one that I entered in Cashew Cup, which came in like 10th or 11th or something. So, like, looking at it, I was like, okay, I mean, it feels pretty good. Close to max speed, long S, 2 golds, close to 1000 stamina. Front runners do use more stamina, so you probably want more than what I have here, so that's an issue. And I don't have groundwork because I was like, oh, barely anybody's gonna run front runner. I could get away without groundwork. Nope. You still need groundwork. In the chance that there is a front runner other than you, and they have groundwork, you lose. So you should probably build groundwork just in case. Which I learned the hard way. But again, this was just me using my own Umas. I didn't have a borrow. This one I did good on stamina, but again, I turned it into a parent. I'm kind of feeling, let's do a McQueen. Because I have two pretty solid Taishins, but I don't have a McQueen I'm super happy with yet. So I have been running, I really like that it saves the legacies that you use, so you don't have to like go searching for them again. But I have a double affinity legacy, which is really nice. I'm trying for the lucky angling build, which if you haven't seen the lucky angling build, the thought is if there isn't a front runner, if your pace is at the front of the pack at that final corner and you have angling, you can proc angling as a pace chaser, which would be really good. If there is a front runner and they're not well built and they die before the final corner, you could potentially proc angling. So it is a gamble, but it seems to be a pretty valid strategy for this CM. So that's what I was doing here. I was trying for the lucky pacer, as Hapo just said. Hello, Hapo. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. And I did all power sparks because I only wanted to bring speed and stamina cards. The one problem there is that if I don't bring a power card, that means I can't borrow the King Halo card that gives you Umastan. But, you know, I think my Golshi has it as a potential... Yeah. She has it as a potential inspiration get. So it's only 1 star, but you can potentially get it there. So this build, I have, what is it? 4 turf, 2 long on the Golshi. And then the sky is 9 long. So I have 11 long and 4 turf on this build. It looks like that is not what I was using. That's a different deck. Libra pace. So this, I think, was the 3 stam, 3 power. I would borrow the Biko card here. Biko doesn't have any skills that I care about. But what she does have is 15% training effectiveness. Sorry, 20. Because she also gets it from her unique perk. So she gets 20% training effectiveness, which is huge. Speed bonus, initial speed, race bonus, fan bonus, specialty... Like, this card is cracked just for the stats. So I like borrowing that if I can. Hello, Cashew. Hello, Raid. How do you do? I had to click off the stream, unfortunately, after I saw the UmaPyoi. And then that was it. I always borrow Biko if I can. That card is just so freaking good. I feel it. Hello, Beetle. Welcome to the stream. I have 2.5 aces made for Libra, currently working for the next CM. Who are your aces so far? And also, what's the next CM? I don't actually know what the distance is. I hope it's not Mile again. I've had enough of Mile. What was my other pace attempt? Oh, so this was my other pace, which was instead of 3 speed, 3 stam, it was 3 speed, 2 stam, and PAL. So Tenosho Autumn 2K. Okay, so it's a medium. I like medium. It's like, it's the jack of all trades type distance. I feel like that's the one that the most Umas can run. So you see the biggest variety there. Hello, Truffinator. Welcome to the stream. My aces are for Libra are Tachyon, Mayano, and probably Gold Chip. That's a good list. Hello, Noel. Welcome. I'm doing good. I'm trying to figure out what deck I want to run for this McQueen attempt. Basically, do I want to do a PAL or do I want to do a 3rd stamina? Obviously, the PAL is nice. She basically is a stamina card. You know, you get the mood ups, you get the recovery, you get the failure prevention, all that good stuff. But I do like this Manhattan Cafe card. You do get training effectiveness. You do get specialty priority and stamina. She has long straightaways, which is nice. She has Highlander, which is nice because there are a couple uphills in the CM, so that will help with those. And I think she has one... Yeah, she has non-standard distance, which can help with, you know, if your stamina is a little low. I believe this CM is 3,000. So this can help with your stamina a bit. So I've kind of been messing around with both of those builds. I think both the Cafe or the Rico card can work out. Just, you know, I'll do a run with one. I won't get the stats I want. I switch to the other one. I won't get the stats I want. I switch back. Like, it's just over and over. Pace or front? Pace for McQueen. We Uma and we Musume. We sure do. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the stream. I did run McQueen as front in the previous long CM, and she actually was my best performer. I think she won almost 30%. It was anime McQueen, though, not normal McQueen. I like anime McQueen's ult better. But, so the difference between anime McQueen and normal McQueen. Normal McQueen has 20% stamina bonus for training. Very nice for a long CM. Anime McQueen has 10% stamina and 10% power. Obviously, the power is nice too. Anime McQueen and normal McQueen both have a gold heal. As an innate thing. Very nice. You only have to count on one. Anime McQueen also has Fall Runner as an innate thing. Normal McQueen has Spring Runner. So Anime McQueen has nice built-in skills. I think normal McQueen has long corner, or long straight though. So normal is a better ult though. I agree. This is for a normal run. After how well Hishiyama performed today, I think I'm just going to lock her in and move on to the next one, though you got screwed out of the win. I mean, that's the end closer gamble. It very well could have gone the other way. If I didn't get blocked when my no stopping me activated, I could have won. You know, I fed the Rudolph, Sazu's Rudolph with, you know, as soon as she passed me, that was the last one she needed to activate her ult. Also, hello, Sazu. Welcome to the stream. Can I use SR King, Aishin, and Tosho? All three of those are phenomenal speed cards, Beetle. I love all three of those cards. If you don't have Kitasan, and you don't want to borrow a speed card, like if you don't want to borrow, I mean, I would probably borrow Kitasan or Biko, but if you want to borrow the Rice or something, like I've been borrowing the Rice for a lot of my runs. That's a really good card. I think running King, Flash, and Sweep are very good. Those are my... Outside of Kitasan, those are the 3 speed cards I use the most. They're great. Remember that Rico's not just stamina, but also a scenario link card. That she is. That she is. Rico over Stim. What's McQueen? Oh, yeah. McQueen's is 20%. Just 10% race bonus, too. That's helpful. She does. I watched... I'm blanking on the guy's name. It's an Uma streamer. He likes some of the same Umas as me, and he's done like full playthroughs of them for the CM. He's done like a full Taishin playthrough on stream, talked about his deck and sparks. He's done a full McQueen playthrough on stream, her deck and sparks and stuff. One thing that I've noticed that he does that I didn't really think about is he will run extra races, even in Unity, for the stamina. I mean, for the skill points. Most people say, like, oh, don't run any races that you don't need to because you gotta train as much as possible. Like, there are times that I feel an extra race, depending on your trainings and stuff, not a bad move. The more skills that you can get, like, that extra race might be the difference between you getting that clutch skill or not. So I think depending on what your turn is, the extra race isn't a bad idea. Close to finishing the event, I'm at 820k. Nice. I think I'm pretty far as well. I don't know my exact score right now. Stam bonus makes a third stam card more tempting over Rico, I guess. The stamina, yeah. Do you mean the Yeah, she gets the initial stamina plus the stamina bonus on training, which is like, both of them are great cards. You really can't go wrong either way. McQueen does have I would say a medium amount of random mood down events. She doesn't proc them as often as like Taishin or Sky will, I don't feel, but she does hit them semi-often, so Rico does help with that. Do try to run 2 optionals, run if I can afford. For McQueen, if people don't know, she does have a race goal, a fan goal at the start, so you do kind of have to run Hopeful Stakes. I have had careers die because I lose the Hopeful Stakes, which is super unfortunate. So you should definitely run Hopeful Stakes on McQueen. And then she does have a secret event if you win the Senior Triple Crown, which is Autumn Show Fall, Japan Cup, and Armakinen. So if you want, you only have to run Autumn Tenno Show in her career. So if you go out of your way to run Japan Cup and Armakinen, I think you get like 15 speed, 15 power, and some skill points or something. So it's not like an insane boost, but if you don't have good trainings those turns, might as well just run those races. Or like the Hopeless Stakes for real. Hello, you're welcome to the stream. What's that called again? Training modifier? I think training modifier or training bonus. Been watch along at 7. Oh yeah, for Stingray. I still haven't started it. Gold City wasn't mentioned, missed the bullet. Gold City, actually, yeah, she has a shit ton of mood down events too. That's a good point. I love Gold City, but man, do her mood downs drive me up a wall. Okay, I'll try a McQueen with this. I'll see how it goes. If I'm not super satisfied, I can try with Rico instead. But we're going to try for Lucky Pace McQueen. And see how it goes. Do you actually... I know you want Umastan for sure on late and end. Do you want Umastan on pace? Is that generally recommended? I forget like what the guides were saying. McQueen's a 4-star? She is indeed. She is one of my 4 stars. If I'm not running Rico, I usually will try and get a mood up right at the very start. If I'm running Rico, I will hold off on a mood event. On Recreation, in favor of Rico. But I like the early mood up, just in the case that she gets a random mood down event. And it gets you the small bonus early on. Come on, everybody other than the front. Really depends. Don't see it recommended on the dock. That is 3 very different responses back to back to back. 2 in wit, 2 in power. Guess I'll take the wit. I think I have Taishin at 4-star as well. Not because I've pulled a bunch of copies, but because I used the statues to bump her up to 4. Just because she's one of my favorites. I think this one, stamina and power or wit? We'll take the stamina and the power. Alright, I'll take the wit. Can I use Power Rush Shower instead of Goo Goo Babies? Definitely. It does kind of depend on the rest of your deck, and... Oh boy. My entire deck, basically, in stamina plus a bubble. I don't mind that. This just depends on the pacemaker, frontrunners. Right, that's true. Sometimes it's going to help, sometimes it won't. But yeah, the rice, I say it depends on what sparks your parents have and what other cards you're bringing. The most important stats for a long CM are going to be speed and stamina. I mean, I think that's probably the same stats for everything, but like, especially along, you need your stamina to be in a good spot with its stat and its heals. So if you are bringing a bunch of stamina sparks or something, or you're doing like 3 speed, 2 stamina, 1 power, and the power is rice or something like that, I think that's fun. As long as you're comfortable with your stamina. But since Rice can give you Swinging Maestro like Creek can, and she can give you cooldown, I think that's a pretty good pick. Dober looks a lot like McQueen, almost like Player 2 McQueen. I mean, I do love Dober. She's the next one I'm planning on rolling on. How many statues did you have? I have a lot. I mean, I have done a lot of rolling. So, I've built up a bit of a stash. I'll take a bubble pop and another bubble fill and 2 friendships. Was preferred position, is that the thing that goes into common collected? No, oh no, it's not. Stamina to spare is. Damn it. Damn it. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get a cheaper common collected. Nope. It's different pace chaser skill. I got confused. Got excited. Hello, Zraya. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. The thing with Umastan is that it's mainly used to get off of pace down mode, and it's track dependent. On top of that, at the first 5 seconds of the race, as you're speeding up, you may end up too close to the front runners and may enter pace down. Oh, gotcha. I can see why it's a little iffier for pace chaser then. I mean, I very well may not even get it from Gold Chip, because that's the only way I can get it. But we'll see. That's a very nice, well rested. I like to try to not let my energy go below half, or like... Just made my first S? Nice. I still haven't gotten an S. I'm chasing it. Who did you get an S on? That's a nice stamina. 3 friendships, 1 bubble. Top Gun. Oh, go with the flow. I love that skill. With Hishiyama, oh, Cashu's gonna be super jealous. Oh, man. I have a lot of good options here. 3 friendships and 1 bubble and stamina. Or 2 bubbles and power. I'm gonna take stamina because stamina is just such an essential stat here, but... energy or stamina? I'll take the energy here. So stamina again, 2 friendships, 1 bubble. I've only popped 1 bubble going into this. It'd be nice if I could get another bubble pop soon. I think I'm gonna rest here. I am very conservative about energy if I'm not running Rico. Most friends could create... Oh, is she not Lamazon? I'm not a huge fan of any of these. I would love if I could have speed around 300 before Hopeful Stakes, but... I mean, it's not Rainbow, it's not a bubble, it's just 1. I feel like I'd have to do the guts. The 2 friendships in the bubble. Pacers seem to be less than 3 meters away from the pacemaker to enter pace down again, so naturally a pace down tends to end earlier than 5 seconds. Depends on how the fronts are built in the track, because most fronts would create a 3-meter gap in the early race. There's so many mechanics in this game that I'm still like learning on a daily basis. Oh, jeez. Okay. 2 bubbles and guts, plus 2 friendships. That would get both of them to green. 2 bubbles in power, and I think it would get King Halo to rainbow potential. Or 1 bubble and 1 rainbow in stamina, which is obviously a very important stat. These are the decisions that kill me. Like, if I end up with stats that I'm not super into, at the end, I'm going to look back at this turn and be like, what if I just did this other thing? It could have changed the whole trajectory of the run. I know that's not how it works, but wit always a stall option? It is. I do like that. I recently learned about it. Gave me headaches for a whole night. I have a little bit of a headache just reading it. I can imagine. See the Japan Cup 2025? I did. I watched... I saw somebody posted the race on Twitter earlier. I thought it was pretty good. It was super hype at the end with the 3 neck and neck and neck racers. Granted, like Eric said there, one of those horses was disqualified immediately because it kicked the jockey off early on. But the fact that that horse ran the race with the jockey off and actually technically won, like it was neck and neck with the other 2 fronts at the very end, and it technically won, but since it was disqualified for not having a jockey, it didn't count. But that final stretch with the 3 neck and necks and 1 not having a jockey was super fun to watch. Masquerade Ball 1, the buck jockey, so disqualified. Admire without a jockey made the 3-way neck to neck, but jockeyless. Admire also uber cut off, choked endured. Choked endured. I think it was what was like Candelabra or something, the horse that actually won? I know I saved it. And I think it was like another record set thing. Like, it broke Almond Eye's record for the best Calendogan. Yeah, that's it. Not Candelabra. You know, I feel like that's kind of close. You can't blame me for that one. I think they broke Almond Eye's record, which was quite a big deal. And it was a foreign horse, too. I find it very funny how Uma has just completely changed my... Like, I did not care about horse races at all, and horses kind of freaked me out before I started playing Uma. And now that I play Uma, I think horses are cute. I'm, like, very interested in the actual races, too. Like, I watch a lot of clips of those from the historical ones and the current ones, and it's, like, totally changed my whole perspective on it. I'm going to go the guts here to get the friendships a little higher, the 2 bubbles. Bottom 1, energy plus 30, please and thank you. Also, hello, Bacon. Welcome to the stream. 2 bubbles in speed, 1 in stam, 1 in power, 1 in guts, 1 in wit. We got bubbles everywhere. I'll take the 2 in speed. I didn't care either. Now here I am watching races. Mm-hmm. The UmaMusume effect. 2 bubbles in speed. I will take that. Alright, next turn is Hopeless Stakes. So if I don't have a super good training here, it's kind of an interesting amount of... okay, I'll wit here. We got 2 more friendships up, 2 bubbles, and then Hopeless Stakes next turn. You have a favorite Uma? I do. McQueen, actually, is my favorite. McQueen and Taishin are, like, by far the top 2. Also a big fan of Nice Nature, King Halo, Gold City, Rudolph, Narita Brian. There's so many good Umas. But yeah, McQueen and Taishin are, like, for sure the top 2 for me. How about yourself? With the hint, I count that as 3 friendships. That's fair. It would change a lot of people. Kind of amazing. I like horses, but races were new. I like it. I mean, they clearly do a lot of good for horse racing and stuff. Taishin Flash is my fave, Orphe my second. Taishin Flash is really good too. I like gambling on the bottom one, but I got screwed on that. Yeah, Taishin Flash is really good. I liked her story a lot. I'm excited for Orphe. I don't actually know how to pronounce the name. Orphe? I'm excited for them to come out in global, but it's like 2 years away or something. I was saying this previously, but there are a bajillion Umas that I want to roll on in the gacha from like January to April. It's like Dober, Christmas Oguri, Fine Motion, back to back to back in January. Apparently we should get a selector ticket right around those banners. So some people are saying like Dober is really like, she's meta apparently, like she's really good to pull, she's good to have as a parent, she's a good horse. Christmas Oguri also is pretty meta. I think after the changes came early, she's not quite as dominantly meta, but it's still meta. So people are saying like, maybe don't roll for Dober, roll on Oguri instead. You might get Dober while rolling for Oguri. You might get Oguri quickly. If you get Oguri quickly, use the ticket on Dober. If you roll on Dober, use the ticket on Oguri. Like, I'm seeing a lot of like conflicting things there, but Fine Motion is actually the one I want the most of those three. Fine Motion, then Dober, then Oguri. So I might skip Oguri depending how the Dober banner goes. I don't know. We'll see. I have to figure it out. But then there's like Meijiro Arden, I think, is in February. Kita-san is in March. Satono Diamond is in March. Mambo is on the same banner as Kita-san. She's also a 2-star, so that's not really a big deal. Cheerleader, King Halo, and Nice Nature are like in April, I think. Oof. Yeah, okay, we're running the second one. There's just so many good Umas. I think Tamamo Cross is in February. I'm not planning on rolling for her, but I know she's pretty popular. Oh, Sakura Shiono. Oh, yeah, she's in February as well. I'd like to roll for her. Like, there's so many good ones for the first 3 months of next year. JPs I want to pull for Cheval Grand and Transcend. Cheval Grand is 100% on my pull list as well. Started to like Helios, but not in global. Yeah, I'm not sure when Helios comes to global. It's Nice Nature still 3rd. I would have to do a ranking and see. I think she might still be 3rd. But I'd have to do like a tier list or something and see. 2 friendships and speed versus 1 bubble and wit. I'll take the 2 friendships and speed. That does get a Biko to Rainbow. Valentine Bourbon. That was another one I forgot about. I like Bourbon a lot. And Valentine Bourbon, if you like frontrunners and you build them a lot, you like have to roll for Valentine Bourbon. Ooh, good stamina. A bubble and 2 more friendships. That gets Mayano to Rainbow. Creek is 1 away from Rainbow. This is like skill points or stamina. I'm gonna take the stamina. I think either option is good there. Okay, good speed. Kita-san can Rainbow now. Stamina and skill points or non-standard distance? We'll take the stamina and skill. They haven't failed to make any Uma have a fan. No, I don't think so, yeah. Sleep deprived. Not what I want to see there, but that's fine. Alright, Rainbow and speed plus a bubble. Get Biko friendship training at the same time and the voice line was synced. What are the odds? 2 bubbles in power. That would get Creek to Rainbow. Or 2 rainbows in speed plus a bubble. But it's at 20%. That's kind of risky, but I feel like we have to go for it. Nice! Okay. Highlander hint. Nice. Inspiration. If we could get long S, I would be very happy. Gold inspiration. Nimble. Okay. No long S, but 3 hints for nimble, 3 hints for corner, and 96 power is pretty nice. That Fuumoko likes things. Yukino Bijin and Ainz Fujin kind of look like NPCs. Ainz Fujin is also on my pull list. I think she's right around the same time too, like March or April. Nice stamina, get a bubble on Kita-san. Rainbow. Induce a coma and wake up for Kita. You're talking about the support card one though, right? Alright. That's a nice speed one. Gets Creek to Rainbow, get a bubble pop, fill Creek's bubble. Saving for Kita-san, Dia, and Chio. I hope your pulls go well. This game is... Cygames does amazing work with this, but man... Is it expensive to get carrots? It's so hard to save with how many good Umas there are that you want to pull for. Okay, so next turn starts Summer, so... Alright, I'm gonna rest this turn so I have full energy going into Summer. Oh, come on. That's fine. Need to roll for Kita-san just to build up my cards? Yeah, if you weren't there for the first Kita-san banner and didn't roll on those, you should definitely roll on the Kita-san card banner. Even if you don't get Kita-san, you will get a bunch of SRs, and there are a lot of great SR cards that you can use in your deck. I use a ton of them. I actually prefer using more SRs than SSRs because the more SSRs you use, the less likely you're gonna get your skill events. To like get the gold skills from their stuff. I try not to run more than 3 SSRs in a deck. Because it just... You get too many things in the pool that it can pull from. I can't count the number of times I just never get Swinging Maestro. I never get Curvature. Like, the events just don't proc because you have too many SSR cards, so I prefer bringing the SRs. Scared to run 3 because of that. If I can do only 2, I will. But I find I usually do 3. What the heck? I don't want to have to run the middle one again. What if I swap McQueen and Manhattan? I really don't like my long, eh? Oh shit, she's medium C. Never mind. I hate 3 support cards split raid ups. Yeah, it's a pain. Who's on raid up with Kita-san? SR cards are as good if not better than SSR cards if they're not MLB. Exactly. That's the thing too. You're gonna get a lot more SR cards rolling for the SSRs, and the MLB SRs are usually better than the SSRs unless you have them at like 3 uncaps or something. The autofill. I used to never do the autofill, but like, I get so fed up, like, manually selecting these every single time and trying to manage. I find autofill is usually okay. It's like every once in a while, there will be like, it will put somebody who's better in the second spot instead of as the ace, which is weird. Your changes didn't save. I let it undo because I realized Manhattan Cafe has a C in medium, so I don't actually want her in long. I don't like that at all. Fixed autofill for me. I swear it's almost always correct now, and it's an autofill hit. That's how I feel too. I used to think it was wrong all the time, but I feel like most of the time it's fine now. I played it safe on this one, but I need to pop more bubbles so that I can go for the top one moving forward. Hida-san is with... Oh, the Condor card is pretty good too, isn't it? Alright, that's a nice stamina bubble pop. I'll take that. If it's Condor, I won't be mad at Tia appearing. Does sleep deprived always show up when you need it well rested, or just most of the time? It's pretty brutal. That's a nice stamina rainbow. I've Condor LB3. I don't even own a copy of it. Alright, that's good. There was no rainbows or bubble pops that turn, so ideal for a rest. Power. Alright, I'll just take the speed rainbow there. She does have Kikika Show, so I would like to have enough stamina to handle that. I think I usually pick the first option here. Nice, no slow metabolism. Another good stamina pop. I just make changes when I pull good runners off my Uma's race later in the run and onto other races, and subsequently in that race myself. Oh yeah, tomorrow is the club rewards. I forgot it was the month reset. Good job, McQueen. Another optional race that I do consider with McQueen is Japan Cup or Arimakinen in Classic Year. Depending on how my stats look and what the trading options those days are, I will consider running those. And then A+ Club, I'm so... Oh man, you're gonna get a shit ton of rewards from that. I think ours is like, what, C? There's a mood down. And since it's Monday, you get the weekly reset for team trials. You're gonna get a lot of carrots tomorrow. Alright, I'm not gonna bother bumping the mood up right now because... Oh, okay, so another reason that I mentioned Armakinen or Japan Cup, she doesn't get enough fans from her natural races to level up her alt in February and April unless you run one of those. Like, you have to run another G1. I mean, you don't have to do a G1. You need to run an extra race or you're not going to level up her alt. So that's another reason I will typically run... I run Arimakinen more than Japan Cup more often, but she definitely benefits from it. Was with my buddies club. We were like duo carrying it, got invited to A+, now they're letting us lead it. Damn. What a turnaround. This seems like a good turn to run Japan Cup. That's crazy since she's a longer track runner. Usually they hit fan checks easy. Yeah, not McQueen. She's like one of the big exceptions for that. Alright, now we're good on fans. We can buy all the tickets tomorrow, club rewards, team trials. True, true. Monthly reset for all the shops too. Alright, I like that. That's a lot of bubbles. How sucked up all the fans of that gen. I'm just gonna rest. Well rested. Okay, we can take the skill points from New Year's instead then. 1670. I'll level up from fans. Oh no, Bacon, yeah. It's what Hapo said there. So you need 60,000 fans by Valentine's Day, and then you need 70,000 fans by the like school festival in April. If it's a URA thing, you also need the director's friendship at green. I'm not sure in Unity, do you have an additional condition beyond 70k? Like, do you have to be friends with Rico? Alright, we got more C's now. Just 70, okay. This game's consumed so much of my life since I got hooked. You and me both, Eric. I have put so much time into this game. And I don't regret it. It's a damn good game. Just making sure they're actually putting the best one. See, I feel like King Halo should be here instead of Bakushin. Bakushin has more stamina, but it is a sprint, so I'm not as concerned with that. And King Halo has like another 60 speed. Granted, she does have a lot of skills. And King Halo doesn't. Maybe Bakushin is better then, because she has so many more skills. I don't have anyone else I could put in Mile. I haven't been getting a whole lot of people joining the team. 631, 634. Your speed stinks. Yours is fine. Okay, I'm gonna put Fukitaru. Where is she? You're gonna be the ace for medium. I'm gonna be the ace for long. Creek has so much stamina that she should be in long. Good game, good anime, solid community. It's been a great time. I agree on all of that except the anime, which I haven't watched yet. But I plan on watching it. We're going to have to risk it, I think, for the top one now. We have 3 double circles. I want to have faith the team can pull it off. Yeah, I really need to get on watching the anime. Nice job, team. Nice job. Yeah, the community, I think, has been really good. Season 2 and Cinderella Grey have been my favorite. Those are the ones that I hear the best things about. I think the movie I hear pretty good things about, too. Go to the top in the movie you're banging. Yeah, yeah. That's a lot of bubbles and stamina. Nice. Raffle, good. We get a mood up. That's what I was hoping for. Teo was one of my early favorites in the game too, actually, so... I don't need the energy, but I don't need early lead. I guess since I have full energy, I just take early lead. Ooh, man, 3 bubble fills and wit. But I can't take that over 38 speed or 39 stam. I guess I'm going to take the stamina because it has a bubble. I need more speed, though. Bubble pop, and I guess we're taking a lot of stamina again. Now, if you could give me that in speed a couple turns in a row, that would be great. Not enough horse snapping in Cinderella Grey. Horse snapping? Energy or speed? We're going to take the speed. That was the lower version of it, but that's fine. Alright, we're taking stamina again. 3 bubble fills. It puts 2 bubbles at ready to pop. So, this turn we're going to rest. Okay, I'll just take a straight up 49 rainbow. Triple rainbow, thank you. Alright, inspiration. Can I get long S? That's gonna determine how valid this, or how good this Uma could be. Nope, no long S. Well, probably not gonna be an ace run, but you know what? If we cap speed and basically cap power, I could probably still run her. Okay, very good speed bubble pop. You don't need it, but obviously it makes it a lot better. Outer post is nice to get. Wit or stamina? I'll take the wit because that's pretty low right now. Like, my stats are looking pretty dang good right now. If I have speed in summer around like 900, 950 by the end of summer. Sorry, if I have speed in stam around 900, 950 by the end of summer, I would be feeling pretty good about this Uma. If you cap speed and have good skills, you can get away without long S. I agree. I have done that many times myself. It helps out significantly, but you can still definitely have an ace without long S. She does have to run in Takazuka Kinan, which is unfortunate. That's a great speed one, damn. Most people will die because of stamina, probably. There will definitely be people who have issues with stamina. We're resting. We want to have full energy going into summer. There's a mood down. That's really unfortunate. More spin-off games. UmaMusume Tactics, Way of the Golds. Major Detective Agency, Case of the Phantom. UmaMusume. I would play anything like those. I would be so down for that. Another McQueen for the Glue Factory. No, no. Sold upon a YouTuber who got into anime reactions, got put in a Cinderella Grey, was crying by like episode 3 or 4. Damn. Alright, I have no idea what new stuff I've gotten. She's good at mile and medium. Sprint and mile, sprint and mile. Alright, we got a lot of new sprint and mile. So mine on Top Gun for sure is getting cut. She has sprint skills. Alright, we'll put Nishino Flower in as a pace chaser. 5-9, 5-3. Alright, you're gonna be the ace. Medium. Rice Shower, I'm sorry. We're putting envtuber in. I think she's better as a front. I guess she actually is a mile skill. Slipstream and playtime's over. If you put her in pace, she could benefit from both of those. But that she won't get the heal. No, Kita-san's the ace. Get up there, Kita-san. I'm going to make her pace so that she doesn't conflict with Kita-san in front. 502, 747. Alright, they all have really good stamina. 524, 594. They're fine. Season 1 of Singray I liked back when I was in Kasamatsu and not running at the Twinkle series. Season 2 and onwards is absolute cinema. Yeah, I really need to watch it. I hear so many good things about it. Alright, Hishiaka Bono, you are on the team. Taiki, you're gonna get replaced by Seeking the Pearl. Okay, that feels good to me. UmaMusume Gaiden, King Halo, Expectations of the Bloodlines. Yeah, like a Yakuza spinoff. Just remembered I want Mambo, even if she's like 2+ years away. Oh no, Mambo is soon. Mambo is same time as Kita-san. Should be at the 1-year anniversary in like March. And she's a 2-star. So if you're rolling on Kita-san, who's a 3-star, you should get quite a few copies of Mambo on the way. Yeah, late February, early March, depending on how fast they accelerate. This is nice for the 3 bubbles, but I really want speed right now, so I guess I'll just wit to bide time. Alright, that's a nice speed. Nice speed. We're gonna risk it. Okay. Very nice. Pressure is good for late surgers and end closers. Speed or stamina? We'll take speed. Music to my ears. Sleep deprived. That's absolutely the least thing I would have wanted, right? Okay, no. Sleep deprived with Night Owl would have been worse, but I'm gonna have to rest 2 turns in a row. This is where Rico would have been really nice. 46 stam. Don't mind if I do. So my stats aren't good enough to justify running in the bonus races for her secret event. So I would just keep training here. I love the chibis. They're so cute, especially when they're dancing. Energy and stamina? We'll take the energy and the stamina. I don't really like any of these. This would have been really good earlier in the game. I'm just gonna recreation, I guess. Well, I don't really need an additional mood up there, but sure, we can play the minigame. The wit is a little low. It is. I mean, the speed is way too low at this point. Like, even with some good trainings, I'm not going to cap it, so it's not going to be a CMUMA. Just appearance at this point. Chibis are so cute. I like how huge Chibi Rice has her ears. Yes! Rice's huge chibi ears are super cute. This might be 5. I'm never going to get the freaking Get 10 achievement. That's impossible! Whoever designed this freaking game to make the claw so shaky, I need to have a word with you. I forget to click on McQueen during the game. I didn't even know you could do that. That's cute. Oh, come on. That was a potential 5er again. All right, well, we got 4. This is a really cocky training. Oh, come on. You're just going to hit me with all the bad events at the very end after I said it's not going to be a CMUMA? I'm sorry, McQueen. I'm just speaking the facts. Nothing against you. Alright, we'll just have full energy going into the last 3 turns, I guess. Alright, I'll try another McQueen run after this, but I'll do Rico instead of, I'll try a 2-stam Rico instead of 3-stam and see if that it goes any better. Yikes. Well, we send it. Nothing we can do at this point. Nice job. Little late for those to hit 5, but I guess that's what happens when wow, crap trainings again. Oh, those last 3. I feel like I either get a god bubble right before URA or I get like crap. No in between. Let's try Rico and 2 power cards. I would probably have to switch to Stamina Sparks if I did that. I'd have to see what parents I have. Can I ask a question? Of course, Soraya. What do you want to know? You're giving me crap. For real, for real. Now it'll do something like give me a god bubble on speed when it doesn't matter anymore. Like a Biko and Kita-san Rainbow plus a bubble pop or something like that. But yeah, the problem with people who have no bonus to... That's not even a god bubble, what the hell? The problem with running people who have no bonus training in like speed is you live and die by your rolls with rainbows and bubbles and stuff. If you don't get ideal ones, you die, and that's it. This was a very low roll. 4th, come on, McQueen. Yeah, this was a very low roll. Can you win? So that I can get extra skill points to make you a parent. There we go. Thank you, McQueen. Hello, Armando. Welcome to the stream. Also, hello, Zaraya. I don't remember if you were here earlier. I feel like you might have been. 1,600 skill points. I mean, the stats, not something I would bring. But you know what? Maybe she could be a good parent. We'll see. We'll put corner recovery. I'm just going to put all the skills I would want on a parent, potentially. Nimble. Go with the flow. Stamina to spare. Long corner. Pressure. Disorient, I guess. Highlander. Ignite Spirit Stim. Straightaway Adept. Ramp up. Prepared to pass, I guess. Alright. What sparks do we get? One stam too long. I mean... If it was 2 stam, I would have been a little happier, but... It's... I mean, in total, 4 power, 1 stam, 5 long, 2 turf. Ugh. Yeah. Wasn't the run? It was not. Are there any characters you think are underrated and deserve more attention? I will have to think on that one. I mean, I would say Taishin. I feel like people don't talk about Taishin. Outside of people who say, hey, Taishin is a GOAT in CM. Nobody ever talks about her outside of that. Is there another good night for you to stream Uma? After Cash's stream, I find my love of Uma is tested, and if there was a different night, I'd be more eager. Your love of Uma is tested? Like after the Cashew Cup? Too frustrating in there? I did stream it on a Wednesday recently, I think. Um, Uma is very much one of those games that's like, if I'm in the mood and I have time, yeah, I'll do some runs. The problem is, during the week, I usually just do my runs during the day, like during my break at work and stuff like that. So if I don't have runs, then I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do? But I did do a Wednesday recently. I think I did another Wednesday or Tuesday before that as well. Do I have... That's a Sky who's all speed. When would I use that? Turf, medium, turf. Huh? Okay. Do I have a good speed parent? I mean stamina parent? I got a lot of Skies. What the hell? Long, medium, long? No. What did I use McQueen as a parent on all my Skies? What the hell? Yes, I did. This Top Gun is good stamina. 7 stam, 5 long, but 2 end closer. This Rudolph is good stamina. Long, late, long. I could get somebody who has a third long or a turf or something instead. I'm looking for minimum 30 stamina. Turf, medium. No. Long and medium, absolutely not. Medium, nope. I wish you could filter out sparks. Like, I don't want to see anybody who has anything that is not long, turf, or that's it. I only want to see people who are long and turf, nothing else. Don't show me anybody who has mild. Don't show me anybody who has medium. I don't care. Like, you can filter it so it's only those, but you can't filter away things. Like, I can set show me turf and long. So if this box isn't checked, it will show me only parents where the direct parent has either turf or long. But it will ignore the grandparents. So the grandparents it will show me a long, but then the grandparents will both be medium or something like that. If I include this, it shows me even more, because then it will include like my parent, I think, who has a medium, but the grandparent has a long or something like that. I want to do something where I can check like ignore sparks and say like, okay, ignore any parent who has any of these. Only show me the stuff that isn't checked. So I want like an inverse of the filter they have. You have a good enough second parent, you can still get double circle. Yeah, I do have I feel like the Queen has a lot of compatible stuff. I've never run a race in Cashew Cup. This next week is the week. There's a first for everything, Truffinator. Is it BNW anime, really? Is it like one of the chibi spin-offs? Is it main character in Star Blossom manga? Taishin is? I would love an Arita Brian anime too, Hapo. I think that would be awesome. I love Brian. I just said Bungo too much yesterday and Leo still be investigated for the crash today. It was his Uma when the computer exploded. It was my Uma, yes. My Rudolph was on screen when it exploded. Shadows Leo, he comes off as nice, but behind the scenes, I bet he's a gangsta. You read me like a book, Armando. His avatar doesn't have cat ears, clearly sus. This is true. This is true. At the moment, the global Major Orion is pretty underlooked. Major Orion is, I agree. Before I did her career, I was very like, whatever. But after doing her career, she's very good. I like her a lot. Granted, I am a Meijiro fanboy. Front long front. ENW has an OVA, really? Okay, long turf long. $33 stam, 12 power. That's not that bad. If I were to do a stamina parent and run power cards instead. Pace long. So I am running her as pace chaser, so that's not horrible, but I would prefer not to have that proc instead of like long. It does have fall runner. Corner recovery, corner adept. Another fall runner, another corner recovery, long corners. That one's not bad. Those ones have medium. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's showing me somebody who has medium, even though I have turf and long checked, because one of the parents has. I guess if I take this away, it will filter out a lot of stuff. Long pace long. But I really wish I could filter away certain sparks entirely. Long, medium. Damn it. Yeah, I don't really have a super ideal parent. A lot of the good options, I have McQueen as a parent there. And I don't want to run a parent who has McQueen as a parent to them. This Taishin, with 33 stamina, 12 speed, not bad. You get 8 long sparks. It's 8 long, 5 speed, 2 stam. Or sorry, 8 long, 2 speed, 5 stam. You get fall runner, corner adapt, corner recovery. Deep breaths, I think, is what leads into cooldown, which I'm not running on McQueen, but that's still nice. URA finale, speed and stam. Corner recovery, tail held high, fall runner. This is a pretty good one. That's probably why I marked it with my parent thing. This Taishin. Okay, this was the long turf long one. So this is like the same thing with slightly less skills. But it does have long straight, long corner, corner recovery. URA finale, corner recovery. Unfortunately, this one does not give me a double affinity, though. Neither of them do. They have good sparks and skills, but no double affinity. That Leo's gangster name is Gator? What gives you Gator as the choice there? Went to Watson Gray, sorry, what did I miss? The McQueen run did not end up going super well in the end. So now I'm seeing... Do I want to do another run with the same thing and try Rico instead of a third stam? Or do I want to try doing a stamina parents and then run power cards instead? If I... What would I run? So if I did a stamina parent, then I would probably borrow the rice card instead of Biko. So I'd have to run like my Kita-san, my I'll do my Kitasan, my Halo, and my Taishin Flash probably as speed. And then I would borrow the Rice Power. I don't think I really have other good power cards is the problem. I have better stamina cards than power. Alright, I'll try with the same parents in the power, but this time I will try doing a Rico one instead. We'll see how this goes. When's the 5 times borrow? When we win Mobile Game of the Year? I hope they win Mobile Game of the Year. That would be lovely. We'll definitely get some carrots if they win. They might just give us carrots anyway. Of like, oh, thank you for the nomination. Thank you for voting. Here's carrots to celebrate. Whatever. I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click around, but that's fine. Korean Guts. Give us 15,000. Yes, yes. Give us 15,000. Or a gazillion. I got extra training 2 turns in a row. Power card's goated. It has really good skills on it, but I do feel the pain with Eric there. I feel like the RNG of hitting, like, I feel like she almost never actually gives me the sparks, which is super frustrating. Very good card for end closer skills, but man, yeah, it sets me off how rarely she gives the sparks. I miss those 5 borrows, though. I miss them a lot. I always get friendship. It tilts the shit out of me. Friendship on the Hishiyama card? I don't do the exact percent, but it's insanely noticeable when you have 2 ring affinity in just 1 circle. I feel like, yeah, I don't know like the behind the scenes stats on it, but I do feel like, generally speaking, I get better sparks when I have the double affinity. Love Kishi power mainly for the stamina she gives. Oh yeah, she does give a stamina bonus, right? Yeah, I don't know the statistical side of it. I do just feel like, on average, I tend to get better better sparks if I have double circle. Like, I'll either get more sparks or I'll get higher stats, or I don't know. I've still made great Umas with just single circle, but I don't know. I wish I could give exact numbers. Yes, yes, Creek. Ooh. Next team after this one, I'll have to go through hell again just to get medium S because I'll be using a Marzensky parent. Oh man, yeah. And Marzensky has like no compatibility with anybody, which is super frustrating. I also upgraded affinity from the same races. Right, yeah. There is that factor too. Yeah, you want them to have run, or you want the parent to have run as many G1s as possible, but in particular, you want them to have run the same races that your one is going to run. So if your Uma is going to run the Triple Crown, if they're going to run the Senior Triple Crown, whatever it is, you want a parent who has also run the Triple Crown and preferably won the Triple Crown. I I'm very curious the behind the scenes like data and stats on how it picks those and whatnot though. If you're isekai to the Uma world, would you want to be a trainer or racer? Oh, a trainer for sure. I got no stamina. I'm much more of a trainer. And also, I love the trainer X Uma. Can you not move down 2 turns in a row, McQueen? I love the trainer X Uma, like, cute comics that people make and stuff, so there's that aspect. Yay, Creek actually finished super early. That's a relief. How is my Rico friendship going? She's 1 away. The fan comics are so good for Uma. They are. There's so many super high quality ones. 2 bubbles in Guts with Rico that would put her to friendship, or 3 friendships in Wit plus 2 bubbles and a hint. I'm going the Wit. I have full energy, so unfortunately it doesn't recover anything, but too hard to pass up. That's a crappy hint, but like 3 friendships is really nice. Speed and power. I will definitely take that over practice perfect. Alright, I mean, stamina bubble pop with Rico there, that gets her to friendship potential. Now I just need her to actually want to be friends before the end of the year, so I can get the extra stamina bonus. It's not like a dead run if you don't get it, but I really want to get it if I'm going to run her. Alright, I'll take the Guts there. They can both rainbow after that. There we go. The friendship. That's what I like to see. What about you, Zariah? Would you want to be an Uma or a trainer? I like the digital X-Trainer. I saw a really cute one of Digiton being like, oh, you, what's your room like, trainer? I'm really curious. And he was like, oh, I have it all decorated for my Oshi. And she was like, what? Me too, that's awesome. I'm curious. And he was like, want to see? So she comes over to see his room, and it's all decked out in Digiton merch and stuff. And she was like, what? I'm your Oshi? It was super cute. Ah, come on. It was 11%, McQueen. And that had 2 bubbles. What the fuck are you doing? Alright, we gotta race this turn. I think I'd be a decent trainer. Being an Uma requires things I don't think I'd be good at. Yeah, like running. McQueen! What are you losing for? That's fine. I still got enough fans, but unacceptable. Oh my god. She got the absolute worst possible energy down one from that gamble too. That's like 3 terrible things back to back to back. And the stats were looking really, really good in this run so far. But that was actually 3 horrible things in a row. Alright, I don't know how well I can recover from that, but we'll see. Figure it out, McQueen, for real. Keep seeing clueless trainer with Falco. What's that about? Is the trainer clueless about Falco's love? That I couldn't say. I don't have Falco. I wish I had Falco. I wish I had Falco and Curran. Those are like the 2 I want the most. That I don't currently have who are out. But yeah, I don't really know her story, so I can't say. In Falco's career, she's quite straightforward towards the trainer, but we're too dense. Damn. Come on, trainer. Come on. Alright, there's the stamina bonus. Mood up. That's what I like to see. Alright, I think we rest this turn. Come on, McQueen! Anything other than sleep deprived. Are we serious right now? You're screwing me after I said this is off to a good start. I don't like any of these trainings, so we're just gonna Rico. Get us up to full stamina. I mean, energy, I guess. Oh my god, you're fucking killing me, McQueen! What is this? That's like 6 bad things in the last 4 turns! Stop! You have good stats! What are you doing? She's fucking throwing! She is throwing. Oh my god. There's a famous image of Falcon at the shrine with the loser caption. Eternal classic. Getting them out of the way early so end of run will be super clean. That would be great. I feel like it comes consistently though. It's like I either have a run where I get basically no negative events and I'm super happy, or I have a run where it constantly happens all career and I lose my mind. But hey, if that's how it works and I get like nothing bad after summer or something, that would be great. That wasn't a good inspiration. This is another crappy training. I got no good training options. Oh my god, you're killing me. You're killing me, McQueen. She do be the hidden bad event. That's what I'm saying. She's not as bad as like Gold City or Taishin or like Rice Shower, of course, is the eternal one. But like she has quite a few negative events and they can hit hard if they keep proccing. I have had about 7 bad training turns in a row. This run started off super well, basically up until Hopeful Stakes. It was going very well up until then, but I've gotten no good training since then. I've had multiple mood down events. I failed the training at only 11%. It's making me want to end the career, if I'm being honest. I know it's still early in the career, but that's too many bad things too early in the thing. Another horrible training. Oh my god, you're killing me. An amazing Recruit be ruined by the triple mood down special in a row. Yeah, that's McQueen for you. I fucking love McQueen, but oh my god, she can drive me up a wall sometimes. Tends to get fat easily. What does she think she is, Oguri? Does she have a doable hidden event? She does. You have to win the Senior Triple Crown. So you have to win the Autumn Tenno Show, Japan Cup, and Armakina. You get like 15 speed, 15 power, skill points, something like that. They call it slow metabolism. We know what they mean. We've seen those fan arts of the fat Umas. Okay, now those are the types of bubble fills I'd like to see outside of summer. Not during summer, when I want to see rainbows and bubble pops, but outside of summer. Uh-huh. Well, we gotta risk it. Nice. Good job, McQueen. Good job. Are you gonna turn it around for me? Is this the start of you turning it around? You were just testing my patience and my loyalty at the start or something? I like to imagine the Umas themselves don't want to admit they got fat and they call it slow metabolism. That would be funny. I believe what I've I don't know how true this is with the bubble pops and stuff, like the blue bubbles that are ready to pop. I think I've heard that if you just let them sit too long, they kind of go away and you lose the chance to pop it. So you don't want to, like, obviously you want to pop them in ideal locations, but you also don't want to wait too long, because if you wait too long, it might just stop showing up. Like, it's better to pop it sooner than later. Alright, Kikika show's coming up. I think we're fine on stats. You're back to giving me absolute shit trainings, are you? I mean, that's a great bubble pop in Wit. I really don't want to pop bubbles in Wit. Because those are bubbles that could go in stamina or speed. But everything else is absolute dog shit options. This is like the worst turn ever. I'm just gonna have to pop it in Wit. No skills that I would have bought. But at least I have full energy, I guess. Better to explode early to increase your team rank. And yeah, increasing the rank and the training facilities is huge. That is true. To get some of the fitness events, some are funny like Bakashin. She thinks her clothing shrunk, and after working it out, she thinks the clothing grew to match her. That's funny. That sounds like Bakashin for you. The biggest brain Uma there is. Oh my god, McQueen! What the fuck are you doing? For the love of God. I need bubbles filled stat. McQueen! Jesus Christ! Stop with the fucking mood down events. There's been like, I feel like there's been like 8 this fucking run. You're killing me. I feel like 1 out of every 5 to 6 McQueen runs turns out like this, and it's just infuriating. Usually she'll have like a couple, but this career has been constant. Majiro McSad. I don't know why she's sad. I'm giving her the best desserts I have on to offer. She's missing some logic. Yeah, just a bit. Sometimes a run is cursed for no reason. This is true. This is true. That's Uma for you. It's all RNG and dice rolls when it comes down to it. You can make the correct, quote-unquote, or best choice as many times as you want, but if RNG or the dice are not on your side, that's just how it goes. You got so many that there's probably no more bad stuff. I think you can trigger the same event multiple times, though, can't you? I'm not actually sure. I think you can. I need bubble pops like crazy in senior year. Okay, mood up. That's what I like to see. You can for mood down. That's what I was thinking. Alright, 3 bubble fills, rainbow. That's a good stamina one. Alright, 3 bubble fills and speed. This one... It's like the energy. Vamprise has a coin event, and I get it like 5 times every run. Okay, rainbow speed with 2 more bubble fills. See, we're getting a bunch of good trainings in a row here. This is what I like to see. We can turn things around still, potentially. Pulls another bubble, gets another one close. Get the speed. Lots of Umas are kind of missing brains. A lot of them are failing classes. Oh man. Poor Umas. Come on, give me long S. Actually, I don't know if I want long S on this run. It's kind of cursed. Save it for a different run. Now that was quite the inspiration. That is what a double circle can get you. I mean, how many things did we get there? 99 power, and then hints for 3 different ults and 4 different skills. I mean, 4 corner adept, 3 straightaway adept, 2 straightaway recovery, 2 more discounts on angling, proccing Triumphant Pulse, which is from a grandparent. That's the kind of training you can get if you get lucky with the double circle. I feel like you don't get that with the singles. I wish this was in speed so bad. Somehow my power is my highest stat, even though I have 0 power cards. That just goes to show what my trainings have been like for speed and stamina in this freaking run. My 2 inspirations have my power at highest so far. So many have events. Having them take remedial classes or worried about failing tests. That is true. There are a lot of those. Long straightaway. I like that hint. Alright, we'll fill some bubbles right there. We have 1 thing left for Rico, so we'll rest this turn. Full energy going into summer. We'll take the stamina. Kind of crazy that I've done 2 runs where I have like, what was it? Like 10 or 11 log sparks, and I haven't gotten long S on either of them. I'm assuming we're fine. Nice to see Dober there. I know it would be McQueen instead of Spee if I wasn't doing a McQueen career, but good job. Somehow McQueen is the only one who lost. The rest of my team hard carried. It do be like that. Alright, what do we got here? This run ain't it, boys. I mean, that's 3 nice bubble pops in a row, but it's just, it's too little too late. Oh my god. Are we for real right now, McQueen? And now because I just got slow metabolism, we're gonna have Biko and Kita rainbow plus a bubble pop. Okay, no, it's just 1 rainbow, but still. What the fuck, McQueen? What the hell are you doing? I know I picked a choice that has the chance of it, but I feel like I only hit that like 1 in 15 times. That's a good wit one. The queen. You've been my favorite. Like, ever since I started the game, I just want you to be an ace for my team. I'm not asking too much here. I'm doing this for you. She gets fat easy. Come on, McQueen. Prove I'm wrong. I'm begging you. I just want my Oshi to be one of my aces. I'm not asking too much. Oh. Third time's the charm, right? Our third run and my final and third borrow will be the one. Surely. IRL McQueen did get fat easy, so this checks out. Yeah, it's just lore accurate. You failed the 5% double rainbow. Oh my god. What is... I hate this run. I hate this run so much. I can't believe this. I'm gonna crash out. I can't take this anymore. She ate one cake and the floor started to creak. That's so disrespectful, but that's so funny. Poor McQueen. I love the, like, you know those like little chibi comics that they show on the loading screen? My two favorite ones are the one of Bourbon, like, drinking, and people in the background are like, what? So she's not a robot? And the one of McQueen, like, looking kind of perturbed with Teo in the background eating a cake, and McQueen is like, why does she have to do it near me? Those are my two favorite comics for sure. The expressions are super cute. And they're just such funny, like, situations. You could say she's caked up. That's my freaking Uma wife for you. Alright, we'll end up with like 900s across the board or so. Like the Taiki Shuttle one, poor Suzuka. Oh yeah. Why is my gate smaller than the rest? Yeah, that's emotional damage for Suzuka. That's alright. I mean, Suzuka is just more aerodynamic. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. I get a lot of hints for deep breaths, I feel. Which kind of stinks that I'm not running cooldown. Okay. I think we're gonna get bodied by the two Zenith Umas in this final. I don't have any skills purchased, and my stats just ain't it. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, fuck me, I guess. Good job, McQueen. Maybe you will be a great parent. I remember back in the day, like, starting Uma, feeling like I never had enough clocks, like I was screwed because I would lose races and I barely had any clocks. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna end the whole career because I can't justify using a clock. Now I have so many clocks, I don't even know what to do with them. I mean, I hear you're gonna use a shit ton in Mance, that next scenario that will come out like the 1 year anniversary. So I guess it's good to have it for them. Same here for the clocks. Oh yeah, the parfaits too. I like never use the parfaits. Let's make a new track. Indeed. I hear that one is like, you race every turn. 3 stars in medium. But the parents are turf and long. It doesn't work. And I got long corners as a skill and long pressure skill. That's a glue, Uma, unfortunately. Let us clock Unity races. I fucking wish. If I could clock the Zenith race, oh my god. I would be doing that every time. It'll be really nice when they let us clock anything, though. I am at... how close am I to being done? It's over at 1 million. Alright, I'm getting close to being done with the event. Alright, we can do one more McQueen run. Meaning, one more run where I can borrow, which is the best runs. I'm so sad they took away the bonus borrow. I'm told the hints are geared toward your aptitudes and cooldown as a long skill, so it probably sees your long aptitude and thinks you want it. That would be correct. I mean, I do want long skills. Yeah, what can you do? Alright. We got... What are we thinking? Do we do Rico or do we do a third stamina card? That career was an example of why Rico can be really good, because I had a bajillion mood down events. But the career before that, I barely had any mood down events, and I didn't run Rico, so... 9 more days to buy the 7,500 gems for 70, I'm tempted. Oh, was that like the bonus pack that they opened up for, like the half anniversary? I mean, if you're willing to, if you're willing and want to spend money on Uma, like those packs are the best time to do it. The Queen's kind of aerodynamic too, now that I think about it. She kind of is, which I don't mind. Rico or Manhattan Cafe? Rico for sure. All right, Truff, I'll trust you. We'll go for a Rico run. No moss pulls for a while? Yeah. It's just a really good, like right now is a really good time to stock up. Not that the Umas who are coming out like this month and next month aren't also, you know, lovable and fun. Manhattan Cafe I know is going to be pretty popular. But there's just so many top tier ones coming out from like in the first quarter of next year that it's really, 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 really hard to justify not just saving right now. There's this funny comic with McQueen. Goldship said something about her chest, and McQueen gave her this soulless look. That sounds pretty good. This is a crappy turn. There's not even a person in wit. I guess I'll just recreation. Alright, 2 bubbles and stamina, 2 friendships. 3 friendships and bubbles and stamina, don't mind if I do. You know what is crazy? December 26th is the actual half anniversary day. We getting more? I mean, I wish. I kind of doubt they would double dip. I mean, if they did something like, thank you for spending 3 bubbles, nice. Thank you for spending the past 6 months with us. Here's 1,500 carats to celebrate. I could see that. But probably not like a big event or anything significant in game. All right, 3 friendships and 1 bubble in guts. I don't think I've trained with Rico a single time yet. Rico, where are you? All right, we're doing wit. Rico, 2 friendships, a bubble. Three bubbles and wit. All right, well, I'm not going to turn that down. We're getting a lot of bubbles, which is good. I want to fill the bubbles this early. Exactly what I want to see. 2 bubbles and guts plus 2 friendships. The speed is the bottom option. All right, I mean, 2 bubbles and Rico and wit, so I guess we'll do that. I've been getting a lot of wit so far. Okay. If you never use Rico, you had a blessed run. Yeah. I mean, I try using Rico, even if I don't really need to, because, I mean, it's just stats, and you get more bonus stats at the end if you used all 5 of her events, I think. Actually, I don't know if it's if you used all 5 of the events, or if you won the finals. Either way, I try and use all 5. Alright, 2 in stamina plus Rico, I'll take that over the bubble. Long corners hint, nice. Stingray manga ends on Christmas Day, really? Insert fighting Nemo bubble guy. I mean, that's like a Christmas present, but also sad for fans. I just constantly hear so many good things about Cinderella Grey. I really want to start watching it, but I also kind of want to wait until it's done so I can just like binge the whole thing. The anime, I mean. Because it should end next month. Thought it was just friendship full, but that should just happen naturally. It could be. I'm honestly not sure. I mean, I know that's what the director was on URA. Alright, the whip would have been nice, but I mean, this gets Kita-san to Rainbow. It's still 2 bubbles. It's looking like I might not get Rico in time. If she's in wit this turn, that would be pretty convenient. Okay, it doesn't have to be wit now. Okay, we'll take stamina here. This makes Rico friendship potential, but I only have 2 turns for it to potentially happen. If I want that bonus, like 20 stamina and guts, or whatever. Come on, Rico, show up, 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 show up. Okay, Creek finished Maestro, that's really good. We're not gonna get Rico in time. That's fine. Would have been nice to get the extra stats there, but it is what it is. I have had times where I have friendship with Rico early, and she doesn't actually show up to be my friend until, like, the end of Classic Year, or something like that. Posted the comic? I will check it, probably after this run. Thought it was just friendship. Cool, but that should... Oh, I saw that. Is the SSR 5th day good? I don't think it gives you a whole lot of stats. I really just do it to, like, have the thing completed. Maybe it's not worth doing. I'm honestly not sure. It is still a mood up, which is nice. Well, I should definitely be in long. Alright. What is everybody else's stats like? I haven't really done much bubble popping yet, so I don't have a ton to work with. Okay, we'll go with this. Yeah, that's fine. I probably have to do the second one. I mean, 2 double circles, a normal circle, a triangle. You know what? Biscuit for the biscuit. Okay, we drawed. It was a draw. That's better than losing, I guess. I've been mighty efficient with these runs today. I'm just gonna have extra time at the end of the stream before I have to stop. I don't know. I guess that means I could do another run just with my own parents, or I could do like a tier list, because I haven't done one in quite a while. Figure out who my actual top favorites are. Oh, Rico came right after. So we missed the 20 stamina and guts by 1 turn. Ooh, that's a nice power one. I got 4 bubbles right there just sitting waiting to pop. Now I just need them to show up in speed or stamina. Yeah, yeah. 58 is 32 energy, mood 1, and 12 stamina and guts, or 6 if it low rolls. I feel like I low roll that one quite a bit. Alright, we'll take the wit there. Fills up Kita-san's bubble. Ooh. Ooh. You like that? Long corners hint again. I think I have that at max hint. Oh my, I was thinking to myself, well rested would be perfect here, but Rushing Gale hint isn't great. Yeah, Rushing Gale is generally not a skill you get recommended to pick up. Angling discount? Okay. Umastan? Yeah, Rushing Gale is one of those skills that's like, I generally will pick up almost anything else. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like the end of the world if you pick it up, but it doesn't even give energy on the arbor. Really? The final event doesn't? If it doesn't even give you energy, I definitely wouldn't use it. The energy is one of the biggest reasons to use it in the first place. Speed and skill points, thank you, Halo. Okay, bubble pop and stamina, very good, very good. $26 energy. That's not bad. That's still a good chunk. Alright, I have popped a lot of bubbles, so I'm hoping I am totally fine for the Unity Cup races. Kita-san's looking good. Creek's looking good. Alright, let's put Creek in long because she has good stamina. Dirt, we got Shinko Windy. We got Smart Falcon. 37, 346. Alright, Shinko Windy will be the ace. Mile, yeah, we'll throw El Condor Pasa and Mile. Taiki's still going to be the ace, though. Biko, yep, can be the ace. Okay. I'd like to think this is fun. Oh yeah, we good. I mean, we're fighting somebody a rank lower than us, but still. I'll take a clean sweep. How many aces does everybody have ready for Libra at this point? Like, especially if it's an ace that you're like completely satisfied with. None? Oh boy. I mean, I'm only at like 0.75 right now, so I kind of feel it. Like, I have a Taishin who I think is good. It's just not like 100% an ideal Taishin. Just been grinding the event. Fair. Very fair. A lot of good legacies though. Just working on one more and I'll grind it out. Nice. I usually don't do parent runs of my own, but I have started doing that a bit for this cup. It does help a lot to have your own good parents. Still have 2 weeks and some change. We do indeed. Fill those bubbles. 1. Who's yours, Sazu? 1.5? Okay, okay. Ah, friendship. Ah, energy. Yes, McQueen, yes. Is that 1.5 how many aces you have, or how many weeks are left? I was assuming it was how many aces you have. One that I've got is Rudolph from the cup earlier. Perhaps going to do a front as well to block Pacers. The Rudolph was good. Rudolph is actually one I considered running as well. Rudolph or... Oh, come on. That's the first time I've lost that one today. Rudolph or Brian as a end closer. They're just a little more annoying to build, but I think I'm running Golshi, Tywin, and Daiwa. That's a good list. Daiwa, I think, is one of the better front runners you could run. For this cup, I'd have to double check. Golshi and Taishin are both, I mean, great picks for this cup for sure. Much as I hate seeing an opponent Golshi, drives me crazy. I'm just like, oh, here we go. But Golshi is damn good, so. Taishin is my only one that I like right now. I'm not going hard on the CM though, not yet anyway. That's fair. The long ones are a lot harder to build for. Because stamina is just such a hard requirement to hit. For the long ones compared to like mile and even medium and everything. I don't mind it too much because a lot of my like Uma Oshis are really good at long, but it's still kind of a pain. I mean, I'm happy I don't have to face a bunch of frontrunner Suzukas at least. Sorry, a bunch of runaway Suzukas, I should say. We're not going to be getting screwed by them in Libra like we were in the previous. Digiton, Akebono, Seeking the Pearl. Alright, Akebono, you go in sprint. King Halo, unfortunately, your stats are too low to keep in the team. Digiton, you're going in here. Do we want Digiton or... Alright, Digiton's the ace for Mile now. I think Akebono probably should be the ace. Yep, Akebono will be the ace. You're fine, you're fine. Okay, let's put I'm gonna put Creek as the ace for medium. Okay. I was interested in doing a Catapult Suzuka for a Daiwa, but seemed like a lot of work for a gimmick. Yeah. I think the idea of it is cool, but it seems like a big pain to actually have to build for. And it is kind of luck-based too, like, you have to have them die at the right time to catapult the actual, like, front that you want to be the ace. And I find fronts a little more frustrating to build because you have, like, you have to do the groundwork stuff and the greens and the early skills, like, I don't know, I find them a little more annoying to build, and I really like just the cinema and the hype of seeing an end closer or a late surger or whoever, like, come flying up at the end and being like, oh my god, they're gonna catch, they're gonna catch! Like, there's something about that that's just so fun to me. Last couple was Suzuka, Taiki, and Vodka. I think my last one was Sky, Gold City, and Taishin was the main team. I had a Wedding Air Groove and a El Condor Pasta that I tried out, but those were the top three. There goes your third platinum. Nice. I think I came in second in Virgo, and it was close. Like, Taishin was ahead from winning. If the race was 1 or 2 seconds longer, Taishin would have won. I won the Leo Cup. I think it was Gemini. Yeah. I won Leo and Gemini, so I'm only at 2. I was gonna go 3 end closer, but then I hit both Halloween Uma, so I decided to try and run them instead. That's fair. It's more fun to run the new ones too. 3 end closers is a very viable build. I was considering that as well. But I really want to include McQueen, so... Alright, let's get some energy back. Ace take. Yeah. Obviously it's fun to win, but like, I would rather run my Oshis and have fun with my Oshis than just stick to like what everybody says is meta. If you didn't pull Sky, fronts are a lot more RNG with Borrows or Grandparent. Very true. Very true. Western Cashew Cup, but if I run a regular creek, can I run it with Lemon Costume and CM? No long S again, so I went 0 for 3 on long S. But yeah, I think... I want to say what Sazu said is right. I think it would only be on your end. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's just your end. Oshi picks over meta, 100%. Same thing for rolling. Always roll for Oshis rather than meta. Last cup, it just so happened that Vodka is one of my favorites. Vodka was one of my early favorites. Like when I first started the game. I still like her. I mean, don't get me wrong. The more careers I play, it's like, I mean, everybody's going to be like that. You have your early favorite. You have the ones who really grow on you after the careers and seeing like fan art and stuff. And I think the Lord Oguri is one of my Oshis, so I can metamax. Yeah, I mean, Oguri is good at like everything. You're set there. I would love to hit that 38 speed for 4%, but we do have a race next turn and then it's summer, so I should probably rest. Oguri is, I mean, I think I would like her a lot more after I watch Cinderella Grey, because I know she's the main character and people love her in that. I do like her quite a bit, just from like what I've seen in game and like fan arts and stuff. But I'm sure she's gonna go way up my list after that. That's how I feel with my favorite Uma being Sky, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just running my Oshi. I'm sure. Sky and Hishiyama and Dodo, your top 3? I assume. Yukino Bijin, good for mile and medium, sprint and mile. Alright, let's get Palmer in. Probably have to do a sorter. That's what I think I'm gonna do after I finish this career. Because I am going to have extra time. Stingray boosted her popularity a lot in the West. Yeah. Which is understandable. I mean, anime is bigger than gacha in the West, so if you have a really good anime adaptation, that's gonna help. Nike Shuttle's still kind of low. Let's get Nishino Flower in here. You can still be the ace. Freak, not bad. Could be better. Not bad. Let's get Yukino Bijin in here. I think I want Kita-san as the ace. Okay, that's fine. I'll BRB again, but hopefully I'm back to see this order. Sounds good. Good luck. Stingray boots her popularity a lot. You can read that. I read it as Lord Oguri. Favorite fatty. I love the Fatty Oguri comics. They're so funny. Good sweep, team. Good sweep. Well, hey, I popped a lot of bubbles early, so I've been doing really well in the Unity Cup matches. I am a little concerned about my stats right now. I like to be coming into summer with something at like 800. If possible, but we'll see. That's a good stamina. I need Oguri, but they sold out. Oh, like, did they make a Fatty Oguri plush? Oh, man. I'm sure that thing is awesome. I'm surprised I didn't have any bubble pops in summer. I mean, there was one, but I didn't do it that turn because I wanted to rest. I need it. Also need some URA hats. Oh, I haven't seen those. I have a couple figures ordered. I have the Nice Nature Cheerleader scale figure ordered. I have the McQueen scale pre-ordered. I think there's one other one I have pre-ordered. Or ordered. I'd have to double check and see. Saw a white dad hat that had Oguri's headpiece designed. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to watch football, but have a good stream. Thanks you. Thanks. I don't know why I just lost the ability to speak. Thank you, Chuffinator. Hope the game goes well. Hope your team wins. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. I'll take the energy. My stats are unfortunately definitely too low. Again. I don't know. I'm having trouble with speed with McQueen. With 3 speed cards, even with Kita-san and Biko being 2 of them. I don't know if it's the low rolling. I don't know if it's like... I can't imagine justifying running 4 speed cards. But I feel like I have trouble getting over 1,000 speed. Again, she really hurt by not having a speed boost, though. Like, for her training effectiveness. That would help a lot. Taishin has a 10%. Even just 10% is really, really nice. Like, always... just in Unity. I could do it consistently before Unity. I know it's all about, like, the bubbles and where you're popping stuff, but... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I had a rainbow and a bubble, but I have slow metabolism, so I can't even do it. And it didn't even cure. I think it's just the low rolls, though, because I've had really, really, really good runs with McQueen in the past where I have, like, cap speed. It's just painful when you have multiple runs where it doesn't happen. Brian having 10% speed, 20% stam makes the CM grinding feel like easy mode. That helps a lot. Yeah. Brian, Oguri, and Goldship, I think, have, like, 3 of the best. I think Goldship is, like, 20% speed, 10% power or something. Or no, Oguri is 20% speed, 10% power. I think Goldship might be 20 power, 10 speed, or something like that. Brian makes the game so hard when... Oh, yeah, the optional Brian one. Where you have all the harder races senior year. Had a 600, 600, 600 fit. Yeah. No, I feel that. You have to have really good stats or buy a couple skills, or else you're going to fail some of those career races. Like, her senior year career is no joke. And if you look at the opponent racers, it's like they aren't even, like, super good. Purely looking at, like, the stats and skills, I think. Like, they're fine. But it's not something that you feel like a 600 across the board Brian would lose to. So, I don't know. There's, like, some behind the scene buff that makes them a lot stronger. Alright, this was a very middling McQueen. It started off pretty well. I don't know. At some point, it just dropped off the face of the earth. My eternal rival is Spring Tenno Show. It do be a pain in the ass. And a lot of my favorites have to run it. I mean, Taishin has to, Brian has to, McQueen has to. I don't care if I lose this, it's Baron anyway. Don't love how high roll Unity Cup is, along with the fact that you can spam Wit and get super strong Umas. Yeah, and spamming Wit, I've never had luck with that. I don't get how people get these crazy Umas with it. Because it never goes that way for me. What do I want to take here? You're a parent. Long corners, pressure, pace chaser corners, straight descent. You can take hydrate. Might as well take Umastan. I guess straightaway recovery. But I think that's the one thing with Unity. Like, overall, I like Unity. I've gotten used to it. I definitely make better Umas in Unity than I did in URA. But that comes with the caveat that, one, it is definitely more high rolly and RNG dependent, I feel. Which can be, oh my god, 2-star guts. Are we serious? It does feel a lot more RNG dependent, which can be frustrating. And it also feels harder to use a non-PAL card and still have it be super strong. I've gotten better with it over time, but like, Unity is It's harder, but it can be better if you get lucky with the high rolls. If you low roll, they stink. Like, a low roll in Unity is worse than the average URA one, I feel. A high roll in Unity is way better than the average URA. The rank for me would be like high roll Unity at the top, high roll URA, average Unity, average URA, and then the lows they suck no matter what. So when I don't high roll in Unity, I'm like, why the hell didn't I just do this in URA? But then you get the high roll after, and you're like, okay, that's why. Like, what was my good McQueen? Like, this was a pretty good McQueen, stat-wise overall. I mean, that was the 3-speed, 3-stam deck. Like, I got 1100 speed, over 1000 stam, almost 1000 power. Like, this is the type of stuff that you can get if you get closer to high rolling. I didn't get long ass, obviously. But, like, that's a good McQueen. But then you low roll and you get something like this, and it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, I got this McQueen over 1000 power and stam. This one low rolled. Over 1000. Over 1000. This was the best McQueen I've gotten, which was 3-speed, 2-stam, and Rico. I mean, close to max speed, long ass, over 1000 stamina, close to 1000 power, even Guts and Wit were good. The problem with this one, and why I can't really use it for the cup, is that Redshift and Shooting for Victory are not as good in Libra. And I made this before I knew about Libra. Like, before I started really paying attention to it. This was just like a one-off McQueen, where I just wanted to make a long McQueen. Not specifically for Libra. So I was buying skills that I thought were going to be good because they're good in other stuff, but they are not good in Libra. So if I hadn't bought these, I could have like doubled up on some of these longer pace things. I could have bought more skills. Like, this one kills me, but like, this is a high roll. Like, you can get a real damn good Uma if you high roll. And I've done it with McQueen. It's just, you have to get lucky. Like the Taishin that I used in Cashew Cup earlier today. Again, this is another big, like, high roll one. Like, as of right now, I would say this Taishin is on my Libra team. It didn't get long ass, which hurts, but, I mean, it basically has cap speed when you factor in the right-handed double circle. Over 1000 stamina and power, you get the double heals, you get both No Stopping Me and Encroaching Shadow. It has Uma Stan. Like, if I had long ass, this would be an absolute killer Uma. And that was 3-speed, 3-stam again. That one or this Taishin? No, not that one. This one was the other one that was, I mean, cap speed, long ass, stamina and power, basically both 1000. They're like 40 to 50 lower than the previous one, but I didn't get a second gold heal. So I feel like I can't really use this one. If I don't get debuffed, I could probably use this one. But you can't be sure. So I didn't get the second gold heal, and I also didn't get No Stopping Me because I lost the Zenith match. So if I could combine this one with the other one, that would be the god Narita Taishin. But it's okay, part of the learning curve. Exactly. Average Unity is still better than a high URA, but Unity low rolls more often. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. Average speaking, or average, the way it averages out, I would say that my typical Unity run, I still feel more okay about. But the low rolls are just super frustrating. Because even pre-Unity, like, I could still get some really high stuff. Yeah, like this McQueen, this was one of my aces in the Gemini Cup. She actually was my best performer in the Gemini Cup. She had like, I think close to a 30% win rate or something like that. And this was URA. I mean, cap speed, almost 1100 stamina. Good amount of skills. But I mean, this was like a high URA. I know I had a Taishin. That was kind of crazy too. Turf and Mile S on this Taishin. Which was trained for a Mile Cup. Pretty nice, pretty nice. I don't know where the Taishin was. I had 1200 on a Taishin in both speed and power, which I was like, holy crap. Hello, Raiden. Welcome to the stream. Hope it's going well. Oh, yeah, this is the one. So, again, like, this was URA. But I capped both speed and power in this one. Obviously, Guts sucks. This was for a Mile... oh, yeah, I was making this for Cancer Cup, which was Mile again. But still, like, even in URA, I've only done it this one Uma, where I capped 2 different stats, but... yeah, her Guts was stinky poo-poo. But this was before, I think, Unity was even out, so... what did I run on her? 3 speed, 3 power. So that's why. Yeah, I didn't have a single stamina card that would have been contributing to Guts. All the stamina just comes from power and parents. Did I say hello, Raiden? If not, hello. Do you not use the notes? I use it basically just to mark if it's for a cup. I'll mark what cup it's for. Outside of that, not really. I use the mark, like the carrot I use for, like, they're trained for the current cup. It's like anything with a carrot is an option for the current cup or the upcoming cup. If it has a rice icon, that is a Uma that I think is a good parent. If it has a chocolate cake icon, that's an Uma that I ran in a cup and they didn't win. Like they came in second or third in the finals. And if they have a vanilla cake icon, then that is an Uma that I ran in a cup and they did win the finals. So like that would have been an Uma that was on my team that won and I got the platinum. So I do a mix of I like the at a glance thing with the icons, but I have to go through and mark more of like the parents that are good. I only started doing that recently. But like this one was a 7 power, 4 turf, 2 long. That's pretty good as a long parent. This one I had 5 power. The wit kind of stinks, but 7 long. So, I mean, if you want an Oguri Ace parent for a long, like this is really good because she has 6 long, sorry. 6 long, 5 power, 3 stars on pulse. Long corners, Umastan, like even for late searcher, this would be really good. Hell, this could be good as an end closer parent too. So I try to just, yeah, I mark stuff with the, I think I had a couple more here. That 6 stam, 2 speed, 5 mile, 3 late. So, I mean, the late would be nice if it was something else, but that's a solid mile parent. 3 stam, 2 speed, 5 mile, 3 turf. I gotta go through and, like, better indicate what the good parents are, but... Oops, didn't mean to click on that. Redeem! Alright, well I still have a little bit of time. I've used my 3 borrows for the day. So... let's play a song, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. Um, Auto roll feature, best update. It's so nice for convenience. I really like Blaze. Let's listen to Blaze. I love McQueen dancing too. What I've wanted to do and haven't had the chance lately is to do like a character sorter so I can rank like what my favorite Umas are, because I haven't done it in a while. And I thought that would be fun to just do on stream. Let's see. So I have a sorter pulled up, and then I want to the Linkin Park song base. I was a big fan of Linkin Park growing up. Window capture. My character sorter. Let's narrow it a bit. Alright, so if people aren't familiar with sorters, basically it shows you two characters at once and you pick who you like more. And you go through and it makes a bunch of different comparisons, and then it shows you your ranking at the end based on who you pick. So it's just an easy way to kind of rank your favorite characters. I would say trainable in-game Yen. It's a short list, but I mean, I haven't seen the anime, so I don't want that to like cloud my judgment. I don't want, you know. So I'm only gonna do the Umas who are currently in the global version of the game. Even though I like the new stuff, I don't think I've listened to the new album. I've heard the singles, and I did think they were good. I haven't listened to the full album though. I'm very thankful. I saw them live once before Chester died, and that was an amazing show. I think it was in like around 2015, 2016. So, oh, you didn't get a chance to? Yeah, I think it was when they toured with 30 Seconds to Mars, and that was the opener, who I also like a lot. Well, their newer stuff I'm not as into, but the This Is War album from 30 Seconds to Mars I love. Used to like 30 Seconds? Yeah, the recent stuff I'm not as into. This is pretty small. Okay, what can we do here? Zoom in. I was broke, unlucky. Yeah. I was in college at the time, so I was lucky that I was able to. Some poor Uma's gonna not get any wins. I want to preface this with there's like no Uma that I dislike. I just like certain ones more than others. Also, this is an absolutely brutal one to start with because Halo and Brian are two of my favorites. So hitting Halo versus Brian as the first choice makes me very upset. This also has an Heaven Burns Red one? Ooh. I think it has, I want to say I've done like a Hololive sorter on this, or like, maybe it was Bang Dream or something. I can't imagine how long an FGO sorter would take me. That game has like 500 characters. And I'm fully up to date on that, so. I also like that you can hear the voice clips. You also lost an FGO. I still am. I'm fully caught up on the story with the English version. I play pretty much every event. Every once in a while I'll skip one. But yeah, I'm still fully caught up. I'm a huge fan. If I have to choose between Halo and Brian, I would probably go Halo. I really, really, really like Halo's story. Teo and Dodo. So I don't have Dodo. I haven't gone through her story. I really like Dodo. Her design. I think is really cute. Her personality seems cute. I know Cashew adores Dodo. But I don't have her, so I don't know her super well. Teo was one of my original favorites when I started. I still like her a lot. So I'm going to go with Teo, but, you know, that could change once I actually get Dodo and can do her career. Daiwa, Bourbon. I like both of them a lot. Daiwa, again, early favorite for me. Bourbon is one who grew on me over time. I really like her whole shtick of, like, coming off as this awkward cyborg robot, but then being really cute as you get to know them, and like she's super endearing to me. I would pick Bourbon personally. I also think Bourbon and Rice's friendship is like adorable. This is an easy Gold City for me. Fukuki Taru is one of those Umas that I'm not super into. Again, there's no Uma I dislike, but I generally don't like characters who are super loud and screamy. So like Winning Ticket falls under that category too. That's for any gacha in anime, anything. I find that character archetype kind of frustrating because I just don't like loud noises most of the time. Gold City I also really like. I like her personality. I love her design. Her career pisses me off sometimes because she gets so many bad moods, but Gold City is probably in my top 10. So I would go Gold City there. Somehow fell asleep. How'd McQueen runs go? Not so great. Also, hello again, Hapo. One that was like okay. Two that were like purely parents. Streamer dub Halo. In this event where you should pick up how to share the burden with others and trust your friends. Constantly have to preface to people that I think my least favorite Uma would still be an A rank, so it's like you're sorting 9s and 10s. Yeah, pretty much. I would say my least favorites are probably like between a 7 and an 8. And my favorites are 10s, but I feel that still. Bakishin, early favorite. Maruzensky. Love Maruzensky's design. Summer Maruzensky is peak. Bakishin, I think, is cute, but she's kind of a little one note in a way. Which, like, I mean, that's kind of her whole shtick. I do, you know, my 5-head goober here. I really like both of them. I'd probably give it to Maruzensky, though. Should have added King Halo's mom. F tier. McQueen versus Ryan. Majiro versus Majiro. I've said before McQueen's my favorite, so obviously we know I'm picking McQueen. Ryan did grow on me quite a bit, though, after I did Ryan's career. Oguri Cap and Taiki, I would say that's probably an easy Oguri Cap for me. I do really like Taiki and Dodo's like IRL friendship, though. I think that was super cute. Nobody asked, but my faves in Global are top 0. Agnes Tachyon and 3 Horses tied to my top 2, being Alcondra Pasa, Saiyan Sky, Bourbon. That's a good list. Tachyon's another one of those that I think I've only done one career with her. And I haven't seen the movie. So I know very little about Tachyon outside of what I've seen from the one career I played, which was early on, too. Opera and Sky. So Opera is another archetype of a character that I typically don't really like. The, like, loud, outgoing... Also, no problem talking about your favorites, Hopper. Everybody is free to share who their favorites are and whatnot. That's kind of the whole thing with the sorter, too. Everybody can talk about their favorites and why they like them. But yeah, Opera, it's kind of in line with the loud, outgoing types. Like, I'm not super into that archetype. I also generally prefer... Well, her color design, her color palette is like in line with a lot of my favorites. Sky, I think, is really good. I liked her story. I liked her story more than I expected to. You know, wanting to win the Triple Crown for her Gramps or whatever, I thought was cute. You know, I like the kind of laid-back, easygoing types. So I'd say that's a Sky for me. Haru and Suzuka. I haven't seen the anime, so I don't... I have done a lot of Suzuka runs because I trained her for the Mile Cup, Cancer Cup quite a bit. And I do like her in the game. But, I mean, Urara is just so cute. I teared up quite a bit IRL when the actual horse died. earlier this year. So here you have Tachyon, who I don't know super well, and Goldship, who it's probably controversial, but Goldship is generally going to be towards the bottom of my list. Not super into the, again, just kind of crazy personality types. She's so erratic, she's so all over the place, which I think is good because it fits the IRL horse, but as a character, it can frustrate me. And also, I fucking hate running against her in CMs because she's so good and she's constantly there. I get so many races with double Goldship as my opponent, and they kick my ass, and that makes me mad. So I'm going to go with Tachyon. Rice Shower, Top Gun. Top Gun's really cute. I love the eye copy line. I like her like shtick with Trainer. Rice Shower, I really like her whole story. The IRL story is super sad, very tragic. I really like her personality. I like the I'm all ears memes with her, where she just has gigantic ears. Especially on the chibi. Daughter versus daughter, yeah. I think I would go Rice here, but I like both of them. Falcon, I basically know nothing about because I don't have her, so I don't know her career. I feel like I don't see art of her very often, so that's a natural Pasa for me. But I do also really like Pasa's career. I think when she like opens up about her mask and what it means to her, and she's embarrassed when you see her without the mask, I thought that was super cute. I really like her design. For people who don't know, because they haven't been in my streams very often, character designs that have a lot of like red and red adjacent colors, so like red, orange, yellow, pink. I really, really like that whole color scheme, but especially red. You get a lot of that with Pasa. So I'm going Pasa there. I wish I had all of the Umas though, so I could actually better compare, because some of them that I just don't know as well, they're just gonna lose for that reason. Oh, without her mask is very cute. It is, or she is, I should say. I would go Aishin Flash here. I had to wail on her banner a bit, which was kind of frustrating, but I really like her character. There's a lot of good Flash comics actually, which kind of surprised me. I didn't realize she was that popular. And her IRL horse is still alive, which is cute. You can still see pictures of her every once in a while. Also Latino, mad they call her L. Yeah, I have another Latino buddy who's made comments about that too. I'm Latino, so I'm El Condor Pasa's objective audience. There you go. Double Latino back to back, eh? Vodka I do like. I think the Vodka Scarlet rivalry like ship is cute. But I would go Flash here. I audibly like gasped when I won my first race with Flash and she had her victory pose. I was like, holy shit, Uma, what are you doing here? Not that I'm complaining, but oh my god. I didn't expect that. This is an obvious Taishin, you guys. You guys know. Taishin and McQueen are my big two, so... Biwa is another one who I don't have. So I know more of her because she shows up in Brian and Taishin's career. She's Brian's sister, and she's one of Taishin's good friends. So I've seen her a lot in the game. The big head stuff is kind of funny, but this is a big, easy Taishin for me. Fuji Kiseki, I don't have. I don't know her super well. The Prince archetype, quote unquote, I'm not as into. She did grow on me after I learned how her design relates to like the IRL horse. I guess Fuji Kiseki was like quite the like breeder horse or the stud horse. So that's why her personality is very like swooning the other Umas. It's part of why I think people say she has a bigger chest and stuff like that. So I think that relating to the IRL lore of her being quite like the stud horse is really neat. I like how they represented that and her character in the design, but I don't really know her personality and whatnot as much. And I haven't seen the movie and whatnot, so I see the movie coming out multiple times as a reason for liking her. Once I watch the movie, that might change, but I'm going Grass Wonder. Also, RIP Grass Wonder. I'm also Latino. A lot of Latino. I mentioned before winning ticket. I really like her design. I thought her main story chapter was cute, but she's the loud screamy type, which typically aggravates me. Air Groove, I do really like her hair. I like her racing outfit a lot. I have done a decent amount of careers with her. Personality-wise, she's not exactly like 100% my favorite either, but she's more chill. So I would go with Air Groove. Yeah, mood down Air Groove memes is really funny. This one's interesting because I don't have either of them. So I really don't know them that well. Hishiyama shows up in Brian's story. I like their like rivalry. I do like her design. She has red eyes. I love red eyes. A lot of my favorites have red eyes. Digiton, I think, is a representation of the entire Uma community, which is also pretty fun. You know, we can all kind of self-insert with Digiton in some ways. This one's really hard for me, just because I don't have either of them, so I don't know their stories very well. It's really purely based on design and them showing up in other people's stories. And Digi's high for me. Ama's a meme in the anime? Is she? Or Hishiyama. I feel like I'd probably slightly lean Hishiyama here, but what I've seen of both of them is good. The Digiton comics crack me up, though. I love the comics. Another one where I don't have either of them, and I haven't seen the anime, so I can't really talk about Spee. The event where she sobs after losing the Derby in King Halo's story makes me really sad. Curran's design is god tier, though. Like, this is, like, insanely Leo core type design. So I'm going to pick Curran. What do you think of the title? More Libra Cup training? I think that is what I... called it. Oh, I see, brah. I didn't notice the one underscore or one undercase letter until you said that. Also, hello, Sunny. Welcome to the stream. In the first season, as a punishment, they make her be the finish line. Ever since then, they use a cardboard cutout. That's funny. Nature and Rudolph are two that I really, really like. Rudolph was an early favorite. Nature was also an early favorite. I think Nature's career is one of the best, if not the best, in the game for me. I love her career story. Seeing her like slowly gain confidence, slowly realize that it's okay for her to want to win. You know, she doesn't have to play fiddle to other people. Like, I really liked her whole arc in that. I love her design. Kumiko from Hibike Euphonium is one of my favorite characters in anime. Nice Nature's design is pretty similar to Kumiko. They have a pretty similar face and very similar hair. So I also like that similarity. Rudolph is great. I love the puns. Rudolph has some of my favorite comics, like fan art comics for Uma. So, you know, I love both of them, but I would give it to Nature here. The Dad Jokers. Like, Impractical Jokers, one of my favorite TV shows in college. Nature's third place winner. Get past third, you can't win. UFO reference based. I love UFO. Season 3. Oh, the ending to Season 3 was so satisfying. I don't have Akebono, so I don't know her super well. I think the design is cute, but since I don't have her, and she doesn't really show up in other people's stories that I have, I can't really comment on her, so I guess Creek wins by default. So I think we've gone through all the characters, so now it's going to start pitting people that I've already picked. So like it's going to pit winner versus winner. Or loser versus loser in certain matchups and stuff, so this will be interesting. The choices are going to get a lot harder once it's pitting winners versus against each other. I would go Halo here. I just, again, like Nature, I think Halo's story in the game is one of the best in the whole game. But both of them are great. Teo, I know, has a really big part in season 2 of the anime, which I really want to watch, but Brian versus Teo. That one's really hard. Brian is super cool. I run Brian a lot more as like a racer. Teo has so many cute fan arts and animations and stuff that I love. I probably would go Teo here. To do a reaction to Uma behind the scenes, like the anime or something? I would go Brian here because, again, I don't have Dodo. I don't know her as well. Bourbon versus Gold City. I like Gold City's design more. I think I like... I probably like Bourbon's story and personality a little bit more, so I think I'm going to go Bourbon. But I really like both of these. That's a super hard choice. Gold City versus Scarlet, I would go Gold City. Scarlet over Fukutaru. McQueen's my favorite, so I'd pick her. Maruzensky versus Major Orion. I think I would go Major Orion here. I think, again, when I played Ryan's career, she really, really grew on me. I really liked her story. I liked her whole, like, her love of, like, romance manga. I like her design a lot. I'm a big fan of, like, the crop top shorts thing. God tier alts. They both have God tier alts. I would go Ryan here. Halo's the main character for Story 2 of the game. That's going to boost King up a lot. Damn. She's the main character in Story 2? That's going to be a big boost. Wow. I wouldn't want to be Cashew right now. Sky versus Oguri Cap? Let's change the song. We've been listening to this one on repeat a lot. Actually, that's not the one I was thinking of. I like this one a lot. This is another one of my favorites. I adore Oguri, but I wouldn't hesitate to click Sky. Oh, not even hesitating, eh? Fatty Oguri versus Chill Sky. I think I'm going to give it to Sky here. Oguri over Opera, Taiki. I would pick Urara here. Suzuka versus Tachyon. Probably Suzuka. Pasa versus Rice. I would say Pasa. Rice over Falcon. Top Gun over Falcon. The bottom of my list is basically going to be Umas that I don't currently own because I don't know them as well. So when the final list gets shown, just know that most of the ones on the bottom are ones that I don't really know that well because I don't have them. Taishin, Flash, let's say Vodka. Probably Grass Wanderer over Air Groove over Kiseki. This one is a little harder where it's somebody I don't have, but it's somebody whose personality can kind of grate on me. I like Ticket's design more, and I did think she was kind of endearing in her story. Plus, she's part of BNW with Taishin. I'll give it to Ticket. Current versus Hishiyama. These are two Umas who, again, I don't own, but I love both of their designs. I think I'm going to give it to Curran there. Then Hishiyama, Digiton, Nature, Rudolph, King Halo versus Bourbon. Sky with Yaino and Kawakami Princess. Oh, those are the next. Right, Kawakami Princess is the next Uma, right? I am going to do the daily rolls for her. I would like to I would like to have Kawakami Princess. And I think Manhattan Cafe is the one after her, right? I would go Halo here. Teo versus Bourbon? Too bad the wallet will be gone. Yeah, I can't really... I need to save mostly for the stuff in January, or starting in January, so I can't roll hard. I might do like 110 roll or something. But I can't really do more than that. Manhattan should be 12-13. Okay, yeah, so she should probably be the next banner then. After Kawakami. Teo versus Bourbon. You know what crushed me, actually? In Bourbon's career, I forget if it's you lose the Satsuki show or the Derby or something. But, like, she always says, like, her dream is winning the Triple Crown, whatever. Then you lose that race, which I did in my first playthrough with her. And she has an event afterwards where she just looks so sad, and her voice line is something like, "My dream is crushed. I'll never win the Triple Crown." Or my dream is, like, "I lost the Triple Crown. My dream is dead," or something. I was like, oh, no. I feel so bad. I'm a horrible trainer. What have I done? Like, that was one of the worst I've felt from a career, was losing. I would say Spee crying after you beat her in the Derby with Halo, and Bourbon being super upset and talking about her dream being dead are, like, some of the saddest I've been. I'm going to go Bourbon. Canon event? True, because of Rice Shower. Which is partly why I really like that Bourbon and Rice Shower are friends. Some Umas take it so hard, they do. AO versus Gold City. God, that's another really hard one. You should really watch the anime. Seeing Teo standing there with 3 fingers up makes me emotional. I can imagine. I've heard season 2 is so peak with Teo and McQueen. As if I didn't already have McQueen as my number 1. Like, this one is super close, but I think I would give Teo the nudge here. Brian or Gold City? Probably Gold City. Brian. Dodo versus Scarlet. King Hill's sad for so many reasons. Yeah. It definitely was. So I'm sure having Trainer be there for her the whole time was really, really nice. Scarlet, Dodo. Dodo is one of the few that I don't have, but, like, I really, really like despite that. I like Scarlet's number 1 pose. That's cute. I think I might give it to Dodo here. McQueen. Ryan or Sky? I think I would say Ryan. Sky. Oguri. Marzensky. Akashin. They're doing, like, the same pose. Like, basically the same expression minus the wink. Same arm up. Same other arm kind of off to the side. Same way the legs are spread. That's, like... It's really funny how similar those poses are. I like them both. I'm probably going to go Pasa. Oh my god. Looks like the little sister posing after the big sister. True. You can't put the best friend, best daughters right next to each other, too. That's a cruel choice to have to make. I think I would give it to Rice Shower. The back to back to back. Urara. Top Gun, Suzuka, Bakion, Falco. The greatest optimist of today versus the greatest pessimist of today. Yeah. That it is. Taishin, Flash, Vodka versus Grass Wonder. How am I not even quite... Yeah. I think I would give a slight nudge to Grass Wonder, but that's really close. Vodka. Air Groove. Iwa. Nature. Rudolph. I think I'm going to go Curran here. I don't have her. I love the design. And I got to say, the Goo Goo Babies meme is kind of funny, but I'm not really all about it. so I'm going to go Curran there. Hishiyama, Digiton, Creek, Spee. I'm going to go take a nap. Thanks for the stream. I'll try to catch the next one. Sounds good, Eric. Thanks for hanging out. Nice to chat with you. Hope you have a nice nap. Oh yeah, I do have, for people watching who aren't in it, I do have a Discord as well. Free to join. Invite link is in the description if anybody wants to. We have a good amount of people who chat Uma in there, so feel free to join if you want. If anybody does join, after you join, just go to the roles channel and then choose if you want stream notifications and if you want access to like the gaming channel, gacha channel, anime, VTuber, whatever. You can opt into those channels. Not only did King crush her friend's dream, but her own mom didn't even acknowledge her win and basically said, why couldn't she have a daughter? Yeah, her mom was a piece of crap, that's for sure. McQueen, Halo, Bourbon, Teo, Gold City, Brian, Sky, Oguri, Dodo. Alright, we're flying through some of these choices now. Scarlet, Marzensky, Bakushin, Taiki. These are two that I'm both not super into. Probably Opera. I hear Opera is really, really good in the anime. Taishin. Flash versus Pasa. That's tough. I think Flash, but that's close. Pasa. Let's say Rice. Grass. Rara. I think I might give that to Vodka, actually. Rara. Top Gun. Suzuka. Air Groove. Probably Tachyon. Iwa. Falco. Ticket. Saki. Oh, there you go. There's my top two. Akanda Pasa also gets Focus in Future Mode. The live one. Focus. Like as a skill in an event? Oh, sorry. Focus is in like she's a main character in it. Give me Taishin as a main character, please. Taishin or McQueen, please. Alright, McQueen, Taishin, Halo. Bourbon versus Flash. I think Bourbon, Teo. Flash versus Gold City. I think Flash. Gold City versus Pasa. The choices get so hard the later in it goes. It's one of the Umas who raced in the Lark. Oh, right. She did do international. I think Gold City. Probably Brian. Pasa. Brian. Sky. Oguri. Rice. Dodo. Scarlet. Marzensky. Bakushin. Grass Wonder. Vodka. Rara. Top Gun. Suzuka. Air Groove. Tachyon. Taiki. Iwa. Falco. Ticket. Fujikiseki, Opera. Gold chip. I think this is the final set of choices, and then it will show me the final list. McQueen, Taishin, Nature vs. Halo. Nature, Halo, Bourbon vs. Rudolph. Came so close to victory. Gold chip also went. Didn't take it seriously. Canon gold chip moment right there. I think this is like the final comparison, so whoever gets this is going to be number 5. Bourbon versus Rudolph might be one of the hardest ones so far. I would say in the in-game stuff, I like Bourbon's stuff more. When it comes to like fan comics and fan art and stuff, I feel like Rudolph sweeps. She has like some of the best ever. I love like the chibi animations. There's a couple there's a couple YouTube channels who make a lot of cute like Rudolph, Teo, and Sumaru like family animations. I love those. There's some really, really good Rudolph X Trainer comics. They're adorable. But Bourbon, I think I'm gonna go Bourbon, but that one's really, really close. Father and son. I think I go Teo. Rudolph, Flash, Gold City, Brian, Pasa, Ryan, Sky, Oguri, Rice, Dodo, Scarlet, Arzensky. Whoever's on the right side is going to get screwed now because I picked so many people on the left before Curran. Akashin, Curran. I think Orphe went 2 and lost by a nose. Aw, damn. I think I'm gonna go Hishiyama. Grass Wonder, Vodka, Urara, Top Gun, Digiton, Suzuka, Air Group, Super Creek, Spee, Tachyon, Akebono. Oh my god, we're done! Leo, get the results. Oh boy, here we go. Here's my final list. Number 1, McQueen. Number 2, Taishin. Wow, what a shocker. I bet nobody saw those coming. Number 3, Nice Nature. I'm sorry, Nature. I'm sorry. King Halo and Bourbon 4-5. Teo and Rudolph 6-7. No, not 6-7. You know, I kind of like the father-daughter pairs, or father-son pairs right next to each other there. Flash and Gold City. Ryan, Pasa. Ryan is a lot higher than I expected. I didn't realize how much he had grown on me. Oguri, Rice, Dodo, Scarlet, Marzensky, rounding out the top 18. Akshin, Curran, Hishiyama, Grass Wonder, Vodka, Ara, Top Gun, Digiton, Suzuka, Air Group, Creek, Spee, Tachyon, Akebono, Taiki, Biwa, Falco, Tikizo, Seki, Opera, Gold Ship, and Fukukitaru. I feel bad seeing anybody in last. Again, there's no Uma I dislike. There's just certain personalities can kind of grate on me a little bit. And that tends to be the loud, screamy types, which Fukukitaru, Gold Ship, Opera, Ticket, they all kind of fall under that personality archetype that I'm not as into. Like Fukukitaru has some nice story bits. Goldship has some good story bits with McQueen. Opera, I hear, has a really good story. In like the anime and stuff, I want to say. Ticket, again, I like her whole dynamic with BNW or BWT, whatever it is. But that's a pretty good list, I would say. I'm glad I could finally do it, because I've been talking about it for weeks. Is Goldship dead last? Almost. Almost. The sheer randomness can throw me off, and again, I just get so frustrated seeing her show up as an opponent in CMs and whatnot. But again, I like her relationship with McQueen. There's a nice comic of her and Scarlet kind of like being friends and visiting Vodka's grave or something together. The YouTube videos of the voice actresses playing together and Goldship being in there is always hilarious, especially King Halo. It's King Halo, Teo, Maino, and Goldship. The pair of those four playing Gang Beasts or whatever is like, that's got to be in like one of my top YouTube videos ever. That is so funny. Goldship, Pasa, Nakayama Festa, Manhattan Cafe, Simbali, Sirius Simbali, Tap Dance City, Orpheus, Tunnel Diamond. Wow, that's a really good list. Very nice. Poor Nature got third. Hey, being top 3 is still really good when it's such a stacked list. But yeah, I've been talking about doing this for a while, so I'm glad I finally could. Why does it open browser? They don't do the in-game notes for the PC version? Sets begin. Oh, so tomorrow is when Kawakami Princess and then the Sky and Yaino banner starts. Huh. Oh my god! There they are! My tail and ears are bored out of their mind. I love it. Ah, Teo's so good. The day we first met? Oh. I want to hear you speak with joy in your voice? Oh. Taishin Gamer! My girl! Tikizo game? I would react exactly the same. Love the free combo with the coffee between them. I've been missing out on these free combos. I like never clicked on them, so I try to do it every time I go in the game now. Ah, good. Super Creek, so nice. All right. Well, my Libra trainings may not have gone well, but it was still fun. I still had a good time doing the trainings outside of that horrible stretch of McQueen turns in the second one. It was fun chatting. Glad I could do this order, but I think I gotta call the stream and go have some dinner. If you're looking for more Uma, Cashew has his Cinderella Grey watch along in an hour and a half. So if you're looking for another Uma kick, you know where to go. Next week, I'm still figuring out the schedule for next week exactly, but I think right now the rough plan is Thursday. Zero and I are finishing Halo Reach and Robin. Friday should be more Digimon. Saturday and Wednesday, I still have to, well, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, all of which I still kind of have to figure out. Saturday is just going to be like a one-off thing, because next Saturday, not the upcoming one, but the one after, will be Yakuza Kiwami. So I got to find like a one-off game to play that I could beat in one stream, or like just play a gacha or something. I don't know. I'll figure that out. Wednesday, same kind of thing. I have to pick like a short thing that I could do in like 2 or 3 weeks. So we'll see. But once I decide, I will put the rooms up. But for sure, Halo Reach Thursday and Digimon Friday should be locked. So hopefully I see you guys for some streams next week. And otherwise, thank you again for coming to the stream. Hope you had a good time, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Did Nature get third on the list? She did. She did indeed. Which is... I feel bad for her, but hey, I mean, being in the top 3 is still quite the accomplishment, you know? Now I just need a Taishin figure, because I have a figure of McQueen pre-ordered, and Nature 1 pending. So I just need a Taishin scale figure, and then I can have all my top 3 as a figure. Halo does have a figure. Bourbon has one, Teo has one, Rudolph has one, Brian has one. I'm not sure about Flash and Gold City. All of my top 10 pretty much have, 7 out of my 10 have figures. Yeah. I gotta hold myself back. Anyway, thanks again for coming to the stream. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.